Run it back with Regidrago today. Had a pretty crazy run with the deck yesterday. I wasn't feeling well enough to stream, but I still wanted to do a tournament. I didn't have terribly high expectations because I just wasn't feeling well. But the deck popped off. Got the dub yesterday of 130 people. So instead of the regularly scheduled leaderboard programming, I feel like it'd be kind of a noob move just to drop this deck right now while it's doing so well. So I didn't see this tournament this morning. I wasn't planning on doing a tournament today, but there's this one scheduled, 100 codes for first place. So we could run it back, get that dub, have some codes to give away. Sounds awesome to me. What's up, Blaziken? Yeah, looks like fairly decent. Not quite as big as the one yesterday, but still pretty good size. What's up, Clinton, Derp, Joss? Yeah, I'm feeling better today. So I was like, all right, I got to stream it because I got like quite a few requests. Be like, how do you play this deck? Like, you got to make a guide video. So hopefully I'll get to that later this week, but just at least have more gameplay up on the channel of me playing the most updated list. Mew one last shot before it goes back into the binder. All right. There was a big tournament this morning, 108 people, and I saw a couple Arceus there, so I was pretty excited to see some people picking up the deck. But that one was bigger, but also the pricing wasn't as good, so it didn't feel worth it to me. Thank you, Larry. All right, first round is up against the Cloth. This seems kind of scary. Yikes. So, like, yeah. We can, like, reduce damage and stuff, lock out their special energies. They can just kind of run us off the board. Are you, like, stacking IRL or something? Or why would you be drawing hands on live that you wouldn't be getting IRL? I'm confused. You're running Maridon again? Alright, best of luck, Derp. Go Cloth? No. We're not cheering for Cloth right now. This is not... You forgot to check in? No! No. Tragic. Alright, let's... I already have to restart. This is wonderful. Against Tina with 2. That's tough. Best of luck. What's up, Pokekid? So I feel like against Cloth, if I can like at least get a Trinity charge off, I'd get a Drago going and start using Rolling Iron, and that's probably pretty difficult for them to deal with. Or even just start using Noivern's attack. They only play Evolution, like they could poison me. But just getting that's gonna be kind of awkward. But we'll see how this goes. I only made one change from the list I ran, like, whatever that was, last Thursday. I took out an escape rope for an Earthen Vessel. An Earthen Vessel was kind of made yesterday, but I don't think you really need 2 switches in this deck. I did the math, and you start in Arceus 70% of the time. So you're only going to need switch like 30% of games. And then it's going to be prized 10% of the time. So watch, this game we're going to open Drago, and Switch is going to be prized. And now that I explained my math and everything. But I just wanted an additional good card slot. Boil the crab, I'll do my best. Alright, I don't open the Drago, because I'm so scared of my one arc just getting popped. I don't want it to... Watch, we're gonna prize the Switch since I chose to start the Drago. We got a pretty good hand though. We got Arc Attach, backup Drago, we got Path, Research, we're chilling. Against like any other matchup, I'd be cool just chilling with the one arc. But not Cloth. That thing scares me. That thing's unhinged. Bro can pop off. And Duraludon's at least an attacker that we can use. I did have a game yesterday where I prized like, I went to attack with Regidrago and I didn't have any attackers down. It was... I definitely did not play perfectly throughout the course of on the day yesterday. Alright, Aroma. It's good. Okay. I'm not gonna play the Aroma in case of an Iono. Like, I don't want to grab it in Arc V-Star and then it gets shoved to the bottom. Needed a cram head to set up. Someone ninja runs with scissors. Absolutely. That is... Everybody knows that that's like the #1 rule of kindergarten. You can't run with scissors. Right? So they have supporter cards. This is not great. Imagine they like pop off and get the turn 1 knockout on Drago. Path is that kind of a lie. There's the Iono, so I could have played the Aroma, and hey, if it hits tails, we were thinning there. Okay. If they bounce my stadium, we're kind of chilling. But if they're not, yeah, this is not great. Path might have stopped him for a turn. I don't like pathing before I start Birth, but also just getting. Yeah, maybe I should have held the path, to be honest. I just didn't want them to take a prize. Tantrum Blast for a lot of damage. Okay. I'm very scared that they could boss my arc. Can I top deck Turo? XP sure is kind of neat, but like, not right now. I'm gonna boss the Bonnet just so the. Well, I guess I need Switch boss anyway. Ugh. This is awkward. This is very awkward. I probably should not have Path last turn. I'm like, who cares if they knock out my 1 Drago? Let's boss the Bonnet. Let's make it 1 card harder. They can't just go DT retreat. They'd have to have boss and switch. When a team player sets up better than you, it just be like that. What deck do you try next? Charizard, Miraidon, Gardevoir. Just you've been having some pretty not so great runs with the Mew. That's like usually Mew for whatever reasons like super low win rate online, but like the super low play rate, but the win rate's quite high. It's actually rid of a Curry. Okay, cool. They bounced my stadium. That's awesome. Thank you. It's gonna be 1 Drago versus the world, but I think we can do that. Lost Box is kind of breaky, especially when a lot of the most powerful builds are like those Lost Piles that are kind of inconsistent. Like my top 4 match against LCB yesterday, my opponent bricked game 1 and game 3. Lost Box is just in such a weird spot where like you kind of have to build it like a pile to be strongest, but you're not as consistent as you used to be. And if you make it more consistent, you like kind of are sacking a lot of the power level that makes the deck appealing. There's a switch. Are we gonna get hit by the cloth? Probably that's the smarter. Oh no, actually the electrode. Okay, I can knock that guy out. we can work with this. So yeah, because it'll get knocked out due to poison. So I'm gonna need 1 Regidrago to take 4 prizes. Seems decent enough, especially with like no Bidoof in play. Like an Iono could hurt them really bad. Maybe we can get like Goodra up and running. Yeah, this is fine. Let's try like what's the plan here? Cause I can Starbirth for Goodra plus research. Yeah, that's fine. I want to Iono next turn. Let's grab the Goodra, let's grab the research. Had both of the Ionos in there. Had all the switches, just unfortunately could not find them. And then we can Ultra Ball for the Regidrago VSTAR. Like, we pretty much only need Goodra in this matchup. Noivern could be kind of cool, though. I do want to get this guy evolved up, but maybe Noivern becomes the play. Actually, probably Noivern would have been the better move, honestly. Okay. I drew my only fire energy, but that's alright. We can manually attach it. Actually, I like benching Ditto here to have that escape rope protection. Yeah, we have the Iono in hands. We could potentially... No, I was going to say maybe we could find a Noivern here or something, but... Deck is deciding to be goofy. The joys of capturing aroma. It's just thin. Yeah, I can take those energies out. Give myself some, odds of a better top deck, and then we do this. I think one Drago can take 4 prizes. That's not unrealistic. Especially with an Iono to 2. Rolling Iron, Path and Fly. We can do this. Arctina was underrated. Yeah, Arc decks kind of have the tendency lately to fly under the radar. Like even for NIC, I don't think anyone quite saw like Arc Dirt, like just all those various Arc piles doing so well. Honestly, Tina's like kind of gets a bad rap with its consistency, and some of the bricking is definitely a skill issue. Like if you just learn the deck and get better at it, your comeback potential is so insane that like as long as you just kind of stumble to 6 or like stumble to 3 prizes, then you Roxanne Path and start. I don't think there's like some sort of magical play that like you play this deck, you have a great shot at top 8. Oh, I'm my opinion has kind of flipped on Team. Like I was a hater of the deck for a while, but after just kind of having like an outsider perspective, like watching the deck, I kind of have a greater appreciation for it. I think Giratina is better than Turbo Lost Box. Alright, bro just hits me with unhinged scissors. Sure. We'll eat another energy. Just what we need, right? So my opponent double turbo. Let's just put that there so they can't trap us or anything. Iono to 2. Nathan Ginsburg San Antonio list. I'm not familiar with that one. I think research is fine. I just think Turbo Lost Box is kind of in an odd spot right now. Oh, I don't know if like Kyogre though is better or anything like that. Like Lost Box just feels awkwardly positioned. Yeah, I can look at it. Rolling Iron. Okay. This is quite it. So my opponent can slap me for what? It's like one. It's 90. I can Rolling Iron again. I mean, bro's only got 1 DTE left. Already down a switch. Hoping that this Iono can stick. Got a Nest Ball. The Electrode is annoying. And because I have Ditto on the bench, they could go Rope Boss. Not that it's very likely with their 2-card hands. Oh, they hit the Iono. Or, yeah, I mean, not that that gets them too many cards, but hey. That's kind of annoying. More judges. Wonderful. Swing heavy. I guess I can boss for game, right? They're going to hit me for 90. So do I ever lose? Because the max they can do is 120 with double status. So I just want to dig closer to boss. I don't want to bench the Arceus V. I guess I could lose to a rope boss, which they could not possibly have currently. So I'll just do this. Like, it's just so unlikely that they actually have it. And we just perfect. Just how we drew it up, chat. Just how we drew it up. They promote the Trode. Like, okay, if you bounce the stadium, that gives you +3, but you're still only doing 150. I still tank. Hey, what's up, Sid? Right? Because, yeah, it's 200. Yeah, there it is. But it's 200 minus 80. And then the 10 from poison, so we will survive. I'm doing better today. Oh wow, they actually had like the three cards in hand. Okay, they felt like doing it again for some reason. If they would have collapsed last turn, could they have gotten the knockout? Because I mean, extra 60 on here, yeah, they would probably win. But they're short right now, and I don't know what they're waiting for. They have 0 cards in hand. You have 1 button that you can press. Actually, you have 2. You can hit End Turn or Tantrum Blast. There's nothing to think about. There's you've committed, buddy. All right. Barely gonna manage to live that one. If they would have, so I don't know if they had they drew Collapse off that Iono, but if they did drop it, they don't know what's causing him to do less damage. Goodra V-Star attack, buddy. They are confused. That's fine. We just use Lost Impact and do way too much damage. Bustin'. Bros think I'm hacking, like, making myself tank more damage. That's kind of funny. Bro doesn't know. Sudden death? No. Status doesn't trigger till in between turns. I got turbo hands. True, Goodra V-Star has not been that relevant lately. And also it's like Regidrago, so it's kind of weird. Like it's using an attack that's not on the card. It's not really much. I think Bros probably just doesn't understand what the deck does. It's like nothing like I don't think actually accusing me of cheating or anything. Turbo LZB, Moon Hands, I think the Moon Hands build, like the Paradox Lost Box deck is better. Let me pull up regular Limitless and I'll look at the San Antonio one. Said Nathan Ginsburg? I don't remember what, I think that was Kyogre, wasn't it? I feel like doesn't Ginsburg always play Kyogre? Let's get there. It's here somewhere. Yeah, 82nd place. All right. Oh yes, this list. Yeah, my opponent was just confused. I didn't understand why they were doing less damage. Yeah, right. Yeah, you just just throw other dragons in the trash to help out your boy Drago to succeed. I mean, it's Kyogre. I I don't know if Kyogre is. I can't decide if Kyogre's garbage or bust in this format. Wait, is that the? Wait, are you that same Jam who always wins Tournament of Doom? Is that you? It is you. I just noticed this the other day, dude. You are a legend. You're you're absolutely goated at Tina. I thought I had seen your name in chat before. I saw the Pokestats thing about how like prevented from winning 4th Doom in a row, and I was like, hold up, I think I recognize this guy. Dang, that's cool. Yeah, Kyogre, like for the amount of extra cards you have to play with Kyogre, I don't even know if it's worth it or not. Any changes I would make to Azul's Zard list? I think it's really good. If you want like the next level mirror tech, like a lot of people are gonna pick this up and say Justified Gloves wins the mirror. Well, kind of like the next level tech is playing DM Devo instead, to win the mirror, like run them out of rare candies. So if you want to have the edge in mirror, if both players are playing Justified Gloves, then you can play the TM's evolution. Other than that, I feel it's pretty strong. Yeah, I don't know if Kyogre's worth it. This is like, given I am biased with this list because I I know the person who made it, but I feel like this is like an interesting like classic Lost Box approach. Is it strong enough into the Charizard matchup? I don't know. And that's why I wouldn't have played it for San Antonio, even though he was on it. I was too afraid of the Charizard matchup. But I would probably rather play something closer to this than like Kyogre. I think, yeah, I don't think Kyogre's like worth the extra space right now. Like you can still beat Miraidon with this, because they can like kind of run out of steam. Raikou Hands Y. It one shots Pidgeot. And Iron Hands eats up a ton of resources. And you like already have like Drapion to beat Guardy. Like you just Sable, like use your single prizes early, and then eventually when they go big Guardy Iono, we can go attach Raihan, Gate, Drapion, knock out the big Guardy, and be fine. I feel like Sablezard's a solid pick. How do you beat Zard? You cope, and you try to take the first two prizes with like Cram, or you take like Cram, Sableye 1-2. Then you can go Raikou, take out Pidgeots, and then you try to finish the game with a Mew. And hopefully game 1 was long enough that you can't finish a game 2, honestly, because like if your opponent knows that the Mew is coming, they can definitely play around it. But in close list, you're probably not playing around Mew. I'm not saying slow play your way into a torrid victory. I'm just saying that like it's not a great Zard matchup. But it's winnable. There's a prize map that exists. Better deck, little bro. You could add a Devo. I think one change I would make to this list is I would cut a Vacuum for a counter catcher. But Devo could definitely help. Like maybe I don't want to cut a Sableye, but you probably could mess around with the counts. It just feels like a consistent, straightforward approach. And I know bro had Mew was really good for him throughout the tournament. Miraidon's winnable. Like, Sablezard's pretty decent into most things. You're not like, really getting killed by too much. Like, really, like Rapid Strike is awful. But, like, aside from that, like, you're not really getting totally smacked around by anything. Like, there's some matchups that are probably not easy, but, like, you're not like too upset like when you see a opponent flip over, they're active. Like there's nothing that you're just like, well, I'm kind of cooked against this. Like aside from Rapid Strike, like it does take brains to be able to play it well for 9 rounds, but like yeah, but like you're only punching them for 110 every single turn, and they can just set up multiple knockouts. Like, they don't have to give you Charizard for most of the game. Like, they can just set up a ton of knockouts, and you're not doing very much damage a turn. So, like, they can potentially have a 5 or 6 price turn or something crazy like that, which is double gunner, and then they knock out your Jirachi, Yoga Loop, Rapid Flow, like, all that crazy stuff. And I don't think there's a tech that you can add, really, either to make Rapid Strike better. But also, Rapid Strike isn't going to be that much of the room, so I wouldn't worry about that being your worst matchup. Like Rapid Strike is a good deck, but it's not going to be like a ton of people playing it. For whatever reason, as powerful as it is, people just tend to stay away from it. You never heard it before? Okay, then Well, if it's like a 6-7% deck in Masters, it's probably he's gonna rotate soon. Yeah, that's true. You're starting streaming again? Well, that's cool. Oh, best of luck, Billy. Hopefully, you do as good as yesterday. Are you still on Tina? Oh, you are. Best of luck. Got the dub. Actually, kind of liking Miraidon. Uh-oh. Derp, you become the thing that you swore to destroy. Oh man. No, someone in my chat's turned into a Miraidon bot. Three matches left. Zarby Moon. Oh, the Zard's holding us up? Bruh, Zard usually don't do us like this. Like, yeah, MEWX could make the Rapid Strike matchup better, but like, is it really worth it? Like, teching for a 5% deck. Like, you're probably not gonna face one. So, Miraidon claims another. Yes, Zard is favored into Miraidon. I did call you Zid Miraidon. Miraidon's fine. No hard feelings toward any of my wonderful viewers who play Miraidon. I just don't. It's not the deck for me. Hate Mew in LCV? Dang, that's... He is pretty good, but I sounded passive aggressive. Mew's fine. I just don't. If you're using it solely for Urshifu, it doesn't seem worth it. Like you should already be beating Tina, so like you don't really need it there. I mean it could have some cool synergy like alongside Counter Catcher to potentially beat like a Gardevoir. Like if they bench Radiant Greninja, you can. They're like not gonna be benching Manaphy against you game 1. He played Mew in a Peoria and it didn't go well. Bro's got Mew PTSD. He didn't play Miraidon Mew VMAX as a rogue player. It hurts your soul. Everyone's got to start somewhere. They can get into the kiddie pool with their simple little decks, and sure, eventually they'll branch out. Hopefully, right? Oh yeah, Zid gets a pass. We'll give Zid an exemption for being a Miraidon bot. But yeah, no hard feelings, seriously. Mature. I think Mew's pretty cool. I don't know, like you can't just like jam it everywhere, but it's a cool card in Lost Box. Especially with like probably the two. It wouldn't surprise me if Tina and Zard are the two most played decks in the room, at least for Masters. So like yeah, Mew's solid against Miraidon. Like it's just like Dragonite, it's like a 2-for-2 trade. So it's okay there, like knocking out one of their Miraidons. It's a cool card. Lots of Tinas. This makes me very sad. They misread the scripts. Actually, a lot more fusion Mews than normal. Hopefully they're okay. 2 and 2. Just stay away from me. Stay far away from me. Hey, how about the Tinas please have done badly? Looks like no. They're doing well. Even clapping my boy Toad Scroll. Dang it. Yeah, I don't like Capturing Aroma. I have to play it in this deck. I had to play it in Lugia, but I absolutely hate the card. Like, I wish there was some better option or some comparable option, because I would totally run with it. But no, no. I'll just play like 4 Master Balls when it comes out. Yeah, it's like, there was one time yesterday, I don't remember what round it was, but I just needed Tails to get an Arc V turn 1. And like my first 2 were like both heads, and it's just, Or no, I'm pretty sure I needed an Arc V-Star turn 2 to Star Birth and get going. It might have been against one of these Guardies, and it hit heads or hit tails back-to-back times, and then finally the third one hit. It was just like, I was ready to punch my screen. The card is infuriating. You try Sablezard tomorrow? Seems good. So glad Lugia's dead. Honestly, I'm not mad that it's not great either. We don't. Lugia was an interesting experience when Colorless was broken. Wailord as an attacker? Lugia's kind of funny right now. Deoxys V-Star in LZB? I guess it's similar to like Gardevoir, gives you like that one energy answer to Iron Hands. That's probably okay. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, pre-rotation Lugia was awful. We don't need to go back to that. I wonder if we have a judge call. I guess it's only a few seconds left in the round. Yeah, I tried to not play Lugia for as long as I could. Like I tried to play like Control or one of the hard counter decks, but like eventually I came around just to playing Lugia because it was so much better than everything else. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's one beefy Wailord. that's awesome. I was like okay, good. There's not even like too many like blocks today that like would be making people rage. Only one. Wow. And it beat a Tina. Uh-oh. Bro's on a roll. Wailord's bans, bro's too broken. Urshi Valiants. Oh, but they're only playing Luminous energies? So I can use Noivern and totally run them out of energies. Just the issue is if I go second, they can knock out my only arc. So I just need that one Drago and we win. So let's just do that. let's not lose. Losing is overrated. Lugia mirrors, yeah, coin flip simulator. That whole like run from like Astral to Silver Tempest was just felt like a coin flip simulator sometimes. Like Arc Mirror, Palk Mirror. Well, the Palk Mirror was sort of more than that, because but for the most part it felt like a coin flip simulator. And the Dravion deck. Maybe that's why people don't play Mew online, because like everyone texts for it when even though nobody plays it. And then you take an extra fight, literally ADP energy. That'd be pretty nasty. Oh my goodness. Nah, how about you win as Zard versus Mew? Who am I up against again? I forgot. There we go. They're right there. So, Urshi Valiant. I haven't faced this deck in a minute. I think this is like something that I was at the Champions League in Kyoto with the Radzard and Luminous energies. So if I go first, I'm feeling really good. Cool. If I can Trinity Nova to one dude, I'm winning this game. Because even like Rolling Iron is just super tough for them to get through. We have the classic Arc Attach Pass. What else could we possibly want? And we have a supporter in hand. I mean, I would like Path. I don't really need Path. Guardy with 4 Driflutes? What? Why? Okay. Aroma? I don't really care either way here. Heads, sure. You want to get watch both our V stars are about to be prized. Okay, Noivern's in deck. That's awesome. All the energies. Prize the path. Turo, so got pretty much everybody we could possibly need. They can't ever knock me out, right? Like, they can strafe for 60 plus 4 Tachyon bits. No, they can't. They can't ever get 3 energies on one turn. They like Melanie Waters and could like pop off and could turn 100 Furious Blows. That'd be pretty nasty. Just straight up using Iono, that's rude. Had 3 supporters and an Arc in hand. We're getting stream. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say we're getting stream sniped, but yeah, we're fine. If you don't want to set up either opponent, like, that's fine. Okay, cool. I'm glad they listened to me. Alright. Let's do the thing. I feel like playing a Judge would be kind of a mistake here. Let's... Come on, heads. What an amazing card. I love Capturing Aroma. Whoever said I disliked Capturing Aroma was just wrong. I love that card. Shoe. Ooh, cool. Always great time when you Trekking Shoe. I don't even need to Starbirth. Like, I'm under 0 threat of getting knocked out at all. Yo, if they don't get anything going, we could just like Noivern and win the game. I know. I never said anything bad about Capturing Aroma. What are y'all talking about? I love that card. I really enjoy playing it in this deck. The card is amazing. Almost as good as Mesa Goza. Okay, bro's not just entirely cooked. Yo, if Arc did like 10 more damage, so I could use the Dragon Laser and take a knockout. Oh no, Derp, that's so sad. Should we be getting a PC next month? That's awesome. Okay, good. Well, you're up against like that Guardy pile, so you probably don't have to do too much to get going. Okay, they did use the Forest Seal Stone. Okay, they just wanted to get the Rapid Strike energy in play. That makes a lot of sense. Because they kind of just lose to Noivern if they don't, but I can't. I have to top deck one of my good cards too. Oh, you want to strafe my Regidrago? Okay. That's fine with me. So yeah, I'll knock out your Urshifu, I don't care. How I do at San Antonio? I unfortunately did not make it. My flight got delayed 4 times and I was unable to make it. So yeah, got absolutely destroyed by American Airlines. Yeah, who needs Noivern? We can just Dura for the knockout. Do they play any boss, or can I just like safely bench this Drago? Cool, I can safely bench it. Yeah, they should just lose. Off thin also. Just full on try hard mode today. Pulverization. I finally believe in Regidrago. I've tried so many times and it finally feels good now. What am I gonna play? I had Cloth sleeved up and in my bag. I felt like I had the perfect Cloth list for I don't know if that was that amazing of a play for the events. It's just the only thing that felt great for me. And like seeing the Cloth on stream like against Azul was like kind of validating that like I did play an okay deck. But it's fine. Apex Dragon for Apex Legends. A stun suit of Sables are nice. I don't know how great I would have done with cloth, but well, the world will never know. Considering the room was 35% Zard in Miraidon, I feel like I had a pretty good shot. But that's okay. If they don't... Okay, they obviously do have an energy. I was gonna say Noivern could just win next turn. Bro's trying. Want to take this deck to regionals? My next regional is in Indianapolis, so unfortunately that'll be post rotation, so we'll not have a chance to take this current list. So what do we even use here? I mean, Rolling Iron's kind of good. Add to the peak, obvious, yes. I kind of don't want to give him more cards. Like, I just don't really care. Like, two Dragos is going to win me the game. For these 3 attackers. Portland is next weekend, I think, so. Right around the corner. Judge and horrendous 4 cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're fine. What are they gonna do? I mean, obviously Noivern there would have been disgusting. And they inside the stadium bounce. How rude. But they still just can't knock me out. And I still can just slap them for a lot of damage. Oh, and they can't even attack. Okay, I just win. No. Okay. Neat. I think Liverpool's like a week or 2 weeks after Portland, but Portland this weekend? It's like January 6th or something. So yeah, I think it would be, right? Cool. Getting the dub so far today. I'm glad that we picked up right where we left off. This deck is insane. This weekend, dang. Alright. That matchup feels very easy. Wasn't really much of a donk, but their deck can't really do too much against mine. Oh, now your choruses were bad. Dang. Door streaming, no. Dang it. Pro tip, don't get sick. It sucks. Dang, Tina. Not giving you the choruses. That's what matchup is the Altaria for? Mainly for Charizard, since most lists do not play any switches whatsoever, so you can just stick them in the active spot. Set up the 2-shot with the Duraludon. Also can situationally be good against like Guardy or just any deck if they just run themselves out of switches. Can pretty much buy you a turn sometimes. But mainly for Charizard, because a lot of people are like net decking Azul's list from San Antonio. So if they fall asleep, don't hit double heads, they're stuck for a turn. But also just Rolling Iron and Path and Judge are also pretty good against Charizard. Yeah. I did have, there was one time I did have my opponent back-to-back turns I used Altaria against a Chin Pao, and back-to-back turns they hit double heads. I assume people will net deck Azul's Charizard. I don't know how popular that will be. Feels very It's like something like a Mawile feels kind of risky because like if we, I don't know like how how actively seniors are like about net decking and stuff like, but let's see. There is like Minior would kind of mess up that strat because they could just come in, they could Infernal Rain to it, retreat, lost to your Mawile, and that whole strat is messed up. Escape Rope's in about half, Turo's in about half, and you've Switch Minior. Like, all that, it just kind of sucks. Because if you like spend that turn using Mawile, and it like doesn't work, you just lose. Because you only get one Mawile thanks to Lost City. Like, it will work sometimes. I think most Guardians are gonna play Turo, so it would be weird. I don't. Yeah, it's just risky and closed list to like play into that strategy. Cause like some of the best you can settle for if that doesn't work game one is a tie unless you get like a super quick donk game or something. Like if you knew for certain that everyone was gonna copy Azul and not play any switches, that's awesome. It would definitely work, but it's like not something that you can like rely upon. But just sort of one escape rope plus boss can just ruin your day, or Turo can just ruin your day. With the double Devo, Sablezard is like kind of fine into Charizard, right? Or at least when I played Sablezard, like with the double TM evolution, it felt fine. Like especially if I went second as a Sablezard player, like the Zard player like might not always be getting Jirachi turn 2, and I could, if I got just like one Lost Mine, I pretty much won. I think you probably can take that, like if you're just taking the L to Guardy. But you can still like you still can beat Guardy, I guess. But if you're just taking the L to Guardy and to like Urshi, like I don't think that's bad of a. I mean, I'm not trying to shame anyone who net decks. Like if you feel like you're not a great deck builder, then you absolutely should net deck. Like that's like probably the play if you want to get good as fast as possible. You just net deck the best list out there and play a ton of games. Yeah, I think like it's probably not great into Guardy. Oh well, that's the wrong deck. That's the wrong Charizard deck. You're not gonna be doing well into Guardy, but like everything else is probably. I mean, yeah, Miraidon's like slightly unfavored, but we see that it can win. Net decking this Regidrago? Yeah, sure. That works. Is Snorlax really that bad? Like, I know you can't damage them, actually, but, like, they run out of pennies eventually. You have a million switches. Yeah, I think that they're just, like, hopping around across a million decks and, like, hoping to find something that clicks isn't, like, the best overall strategy. Like it's probably just better to just pick a deck that you like, that's a solid deck, and just play the heck out of it. Because, I mean, it like, when you actually sit down at a regional, it doesn't really help you to be, like, kind of decent at 5 different decks. Like, it's just a lot better to be super good at one deck. Like, but, like, once you, like, reach, like, a certain skill level where you feel like you can play pretty much anything at a decent level, like, then okay, you can, it's a lot easier to jump across decks if you're already kind of decent at the game, but it sort of takes a little bit to get to that point. Try that with block lags. We got a lot of time. I won too fast. That was that was not the move. I should have played a little slower. Beat the Mew. Let's go. I still think if you felt like you could play Blocklex the best out of any deck and format, that I would play it. Like if that's the deck for you that you feel like gives you the best. Well, a couple of formats ago, I went 0-3 at a league challenge with Shin Pao. Back when Shin Pao was one of the better decks in format. Like bad beats like that happen. Like just because you're good at a deck and just because you're good at a deck doesn't mean like you're immune to having tough draws, tough matchups. Like what did you face those 3 times? Like didn't you say you faced a Giratina? I changed up since last stream. I took out the escape route for a Earthen Vessel. Yeah, like I played in 3 games of POW. I didn't play a single battle VIP pass and played like 2 Iridas. Both turn 2, so it was just miserable. Like finally Regidrago feels like it's playable. Like this feels like a pretty solid deck. Like you actually have some pretty good matchups for once and you're fairly consistent. I'm glad you're enjoying the deck, Nim. Well, that just sucks. That like, yeah, that kid should not have done that. I feel like if that happened at a regional, well, that wouldn't happen at a regional. Or would not very likely happen at a regional. But if it did happen, college, you would definitely call it Judge. Because I had something like that happen to me once at a World, sitting on one side of me and since like sitting right next to me and then sitting in front of me were 2 Japanese kids and they're talking to each other. So I got no idea if the kid sitting next to me was telling the other kid like what I had in my hand. So I yeah, I had to call a judge and just tell him like the judge tells him to be quiet or they'll get in trouble. But yeah, that's not something you like have to be worried about for a regional though, right? I have not tried Klefki and Turbo Energize. I mean, I like League or League Cup. Like, don't need to be like too rule sharky over like, oh, some kid told his buddy what you were playing. But like a regional, when you're spending that much to get there, then it's or the worst matchups for Drago. Roaring Moon is easily the deck's worst matchup, and I don't think adding Altaria would really help that much. The Altaria EX, just because like unlike Miraidon is an aggressive deck, but we can just get solo Drago at copying Noivern and wall them out, and we can't really do that against Roaring Moon since they like even if we're using Altaria to lock them out of Calamity Storm, they still can, or lock them out of Gout, they still can Calamity Storm. So Roaring Moon's the absolute worst matchup, and Giratina is also not great. But with the Judge Disruption, Iono Disruption, it's definitely winnable. And how the list is built currently, there is no tax for Mew. So if you like, if I were playing this deck IRL, I'd probably play a Yakumo instead of maybe the Earthen Vessel to give myself a better shot into Mew, because then against Mew you could just copy Noivern's second attack and discard all their energies with Yakumo, and you'd pretty much win. Oh man. Oh, with the EXP share Miraidon? Yeah, that kind of sucks when you're like at locals and everybody can watch anybody, or anybody can watch anybody's game, and they like your secret tech is gone. But at regionals that would is probably net like at least day 1 is probably not happening, and even day 2 when a lot of people are a lot of people know each other, still probably not happening. Yeah, Sable's Art's good. What would Lance need to do? Isn't Lance search your deck for 4 dragons? Over 3 dragons. I think Adventurer's Discovery is always better in this deck. Because you actually grab the Arceus as well. The only, I guess Adventurer's Discovery couldn't get Altaria or Noivern. A lot would have to happen for Lance to be a good card in this deck. Like maybe post rotation or something. Yeah, I don't blame you for not calling a judge at like at a League Cup, especially because it's like probably just some little kid who doesn't know any, like he's not doing it to like try to. Like he's not like doing it super maliciously. Like he's just telling his buddy like what you're playing. But if it happened at a regional, I would definitely call it judge. Are there any tech options for Charizard to counter decks? Like what deck specifically are you trying to beat with Charizard? Because there are, like, if you want to beat Gardevoir, you could add like a Vengeful Punch. Judge wants to fail a pal pet. Nice. Rapid Strike box. Nobody's gotten Lance a limitless page fair. One of my craziest judge rulings of all time is I had a judge tell my opponent that you could fail Battle Compressor. And I appealed it in everything. And the judge said, yeah, it's just up to 3, you can fail it. That's the craziest judge moment that I've had. I think like the only thing, like if you just do not want to lose to Rapid Strike, I think you can play Radiance Arena. But like, yeah, it's not like a card like Ultra Ball where like it's the deck's private and you could be like, okay, there's no Pokemon in here. Besides Radiance Arena, I don't think there is anything. I guess double Tool Jammer. Yeah, double Tool Jammer if you really want to beat it, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, that was like 2016 Dallas Regionals, like back when I was in juniors. It was very confusing because like I was playing Archie's Blastoise. I can't remember what my opponent was playing, but also just like it doesn't really make a whole ton of sense to fail a Battle Compressor because almost always you have cards in your deck you like want to discard. So it was weird. Yeah, it's always an experience playing in lower age divisions. It's always like weird having to like tell the newer players like they try to like mysterious tail for Forest Seal Stone, and you're like, you can't do that now, and they like don't believe you. Like it says item on the card, I can grab it. Be like, no, it's been changed. You always have to like fight them for it, and it's just like, no, it's not that, it's been changed, buddy. Oh, like he had four Pokemon in play and tried to use Tandem Unit. Oops. Well, you can ask, like, if you attach an energy, you can, like, ask your opponent to take it back, but, like, you can't just, like... And if they just say no, it's not like you can be like, well, I'm pulling the energy off my Pokemon anyways. I did have one of my opponents at a cup recently try to get... I played 2 gates with 6 in the Lost Zone. That was pretty bad. I don't... This CC Day 1 squad's been all over the place lately. I've noticed him in quite a few of these tournaments lately, and I hadn't seen this around here before, but dang. Day 1 squad broken. 2 games left, probably. Yeah, always at least 1 Gardevoir. You can count on that. Oh yeah, 2 Gardevoirs, of course. Oh yeah. I mean, you can ask your opponent, but like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say no, which is like probably what you would do also. But um, yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, like, it never hurts to ask because like they could say yes. Like the worst thing they say is no, but it's rarely gonna, like, especially if like it's an important game that like matters. Your opponent's not gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, you can do something to you can take it back. It's fine. Right. Death taxes and for sure Gardevoir holding things up. That's very, very certain. I wouldn't really I don't really want to see a Roaring Moon win. How about they just tie? I can't face either one of those. Like Guardy's a fine matchup, but if they're playing Worker and Vacuum, it's kind of difficult. There's one at a 2-0. And they're just playing Vacuum, so I'd match up fine into this one. Oh, if it's at like locals or something, I'll let my opponent take it back. Like, but if it's like winning it at a League Cup, I'm not gonna like, or like if I'm like out here driving 3 hours to a League Cup, I'm not about to be like, I'm sorry, buddy. Like, I'll let you take it back. Oh no, forgot your prize cards. That's the worst feeling. When you like, yeah, you're so close to accomplishing something awesome, and yeah, you do something silly like that. Thank you, Jeff. I hope everyone in chat, all 6 of you, had a wonderful, happy New Year. This last part of the year. Big things coming in 2024. Right? I'm trying to think if like I've done anything like that. Like I know there was like a cop out a few months ago where my opponents tried to use a Moonlight Shuriken, like cross-switched up my main Manaphy and announced Moonlight Shuriken and forgot to play Canceling Clone first. And like it was winning in for top 8, and like also I'm not gonna be like I'm already not gonna do it because it's like winning in for a cop. Like I'm driving several hours to get here. Like I'm not gonna shark you, but also I'm not gonna like let something like that slide. And my opponent like lies about it then and says that he didn't announce the attack, and it's just like, well, now I'm definitely not gonna do that. Like I'm not giving you any sort of like leniency. Like maybe I'm a jerk for that. I don't know. It's just like if you say no, I just said it. Like, whatever, dude. He was not very happy with it. I don't think he said a word after that, but oh yeah, that's like fairly small. Like it's not like you looked into the deck and saw like, oh, I prize this other card and I discarded the other one. Hey opponent, can I take it back? Like, yeah. Stardust 2024 with an O2 drop. Heck yeah. Yeah, if it's just at like locals and my opponent accidentally says Frenzied Gouging instead of Calamity Storm, I don't really care. But if I'm yeah going somewhere, if it's like more than a few minutes from my house and there's yeah, Rising and CP on the line, then yeah, I'm calling judges and not letting silly little things slide. Oh no. How did Sablezard beat Moon and Charizard? Well, Roaring Moon's not that bad. Especially because a lot of lists are not playing the Radiant Greninja stuff anymore. You can pretty much just you can use Cramorant plus Sableye to kill one, and then use Radiant Charizard to knock out 2 of them. Charizard's a little bit harder. Going second's pretty good against them. Like if you ever can like Lost Mine, put like 70 on Charizard, 50 on Pidgeot to like line up that team's evolution play. But using Devolution on them twice is really good, especially if you can combine it with Roxanne. It's pretty tough for them to come back. My second cloth of the day. Okay, luckily it's Arven cloth. Bruh! What is this? off. Okay. This has been... I faced fighting decks the first 3 rounds. What is he Zorobox it again? Yeah, unfortunately Zorobox is gonna rotate here soon, and never really had like, it always seemed to, oops, I didn't copy their name. Zorobox always seemed to have potential, but it just never ever could. There always was like something in its way. Dark versus Blaziken, let's go. So we're gonna try to do the same thing we did last time. Attached to a benched arc. Yeah, so they're not playing like, they're just playing the Arven build, so they're not gonna be like popping off against us like Research would be. Playing Bruno and stuff also. Let's just go first and attach to a benched arc and jam path and we chill. Like solo Drago can definitely carry. I'm just copying Noivern over and over again, but I'm just being able to accelerate energies can be the hard part. Who was it again? Oh, Blueberry 83, of course. They've not added me yet. Tragic. Well, I think of path rotating. I don't mind cards like Path existing, like as a check to rulebox Pokemon, since rulebox guys are usually some of the strongest things in the game. Like, I don't mind having cards like that. So, I think it's, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, because like, whether it be like Silent Lab, Power Plants, Path to the Peak, there always seems to be some sort of ability checking stadium in formats. So it wouldn't surprise me if something like that does come back. Your opponent San Antonio announced Buddy Catch. Yeah, that's a little more. Yeah, they accidentally Buddy Catch when they have they don't have the supporter in Zach. Yeah, Zard should be pretty good post row. My hand sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but I have to bench the second arc. Just whiffing the attachment feels really bad. Hopefully this path really hurts my opponents. If like they whiff this KO, I can get Trinity, like I can get a Trinity charge. We're fine. If they just pop though, it instantly has the Town Store. Oh no. They're just one card away. If they had the deep, oh my goodness, that's pretty good. Oh no! That is really good. And the Arvid. I can wait tournaments on PTCGL? Yeah, on this cool website called Play Limitless. New year, new Capturing Aroma? That's been cooperating for the most part today. Unfortunately, I play 13 energies plus a vessel, and couldn't find any of that. Ooh, did they get rid of a switch? Maybe the play is just bossing group on it. They only left one in play. This is just very rude. I think I tried to... Dang. I just top deck a DTE. I'm gonna be down 4 prizes. Yeah. Where's my Dunsparce at, chat? I have 4 in deck. I'm gonna just try to Trinity Charge to a Drago. That's pretty much... And we lose. Just like that, the game is over. Yeah. I could have evolved, but then I'm just like not attacking again. And I don't know. I guess maybe we try to get Drago to soak a hit, then like Turo Nova or something. We found the DTE, just none of our ball search cards. Wow. Well, two, two turn games of Pokemon are pretty cool. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Cloftier is not a joke. Yeah, Clof's an alright deck. It's really good at capitalizing on bad starts. Alright, well, that was a 5-minute round. And, yeah, most of that was, we spent more time checking in, getting the match ready than, wow, I see a lot of quick games. That's kind of funny. Round 3 is the new round 2. It's alright. I think 7 rounds today. 8 rounds? Why is it 8 rounds? We only have like 100 people. 94 people. Why are we playing 8 rounds? Okay, well, I guess 6 and 2 makes it, so. Let's see what's doing well in the other tournament. Wait, C-Pow #1 seed? Who let Shin Pow cook? It's just like boring old C-Pow. We're playing a Bravery Charm though. Arvin Bravery Charm does seem kind of silly. Iron Bundle's so cracked. I don't know how you play this deck without Iron Bundle. Oh yeah, GG's Blueberry. That was not much of a game, but GG's. You flip Grand Tales again. Hey, we've got like 6 unique decks in Capture. That's pretty cool. Oh, and Regidrago was so close. Oh, thank you. Best of luck your last few rounds. Why does Shin Pow play 4 candy? It doesn't. Usually it plays 3. Sometimes you see 2. But not very often, usually 3. Well dang. How many Cloths? There's just 3 Cloths in this tournament, and I faced 2 of them. Watch, this Cloth's gonna lose, and we're gonna face him next round. What's the point in Iron Bundle and POW? It's a super, like, it's basically a searchable Gust card, because they're either gonna put up a 2-prizer that's gonna get blown up by Chen Pao, or put up a single prizer that Iron Hands is gonna knock out. Really not too many people play Devo right now at the moment, so. And like all the decks that do are Lost Box decks, so like if you just go hands on turn 2, like okay sure they use Devo on you, you just take 2 more prizes. I pretty much just play the TCG. Like I'll pick up like the main series game like when it comes out and I'll like complete it sometimes, but yeah. I don't really like over COVID I messed with like playing competitive VGC a little bit, not too much. Actually I played VG before TCG like way back when. I wasn't very good at it, but I did. Back in like 2015 or something. When does Paldean Fates release? I don't know off the top of my head. I think sometime this year. I mean sometime early this year obviously. But I don't know. Is there any like, I know there's that new TM that like makes Cram hit 280 or you can make Cram hit 280 for 0 energies, but there's not really gonna be too many new cards, right? Fusion Mew, Cloth, and a Miraidon it. So hopefully there's not too many like moons. Wait, does someone go 2-0 drop? That's kind of cringe. I don't know it off the top of my head when the set releases. Hopefully there's not too many Giratinas at 2 and 1. There's definitely potential for it to happen though. And hopefully, I mean, there's not too many Roaring Moons today, but hopefully hopefully they all lose. I guess this one can win. I don't care. Man, they got the bye and then tied. Oh, True Moonlit Hill. I forgot about that card. Makes you sad, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Guardy Already copes with the rotation. Pokey Glove achievement unlocked. Like, you probably have to be like more of like a aggro Screamtail Drifloon deck. So you're probably not going to be as good, but hey, your worst matchup got worse. Like, Miraidon's not going to have the... Not going to be quite as... also, yeah, it won't be... I mean, it'll still be explosive, but won't be quite as solid throughout the game. Like, definitely runs out of steam without Flaffy. I don't think we have, like, a official date for rotation yet. But, it should line up with whenever our next set comes out. Like, I think it's probably the same. If I were to guess, I don't know for certain, but I'm assuming it probably lines up with EUIC in April, like they did it last year. The new Koraidon could be pretty cool. I feel like post rotation, the deck probably changes up some, but it seems interesting. Cardi is dead. I don't know about that. You still have a lot of... You still can draw cards. You still have one-hit attackers on single prizers. I don't... is it going to be in the conversation for BAF anymore? Well, probably not. But I doubt it just dies. Like, that seems harsh. Like, you still have amazing draw and ability, and like one of the best energy accelerating abilities ever. Like, surely it's not just unplayably bad. A card like Avery's kind of cool. Yeah, those, I wouldn't mind having all three of those cards like stick around in format. Avery can feel kind of oppressive sometimes when like combined with the sniping attacks, but that's probably more of those sniping attacks being broken than Avery. That's true, but like, and you lose Mirage Step. That's, I mean, hey, Great Ball tries. Is not happening? What, like, isn't that gonna be like the same thing for every deck? Like, everybody is gonna have to deal with having no battle VIP. It's like not just Guardy. Like, how is Charizard setting up 2 Charmanders and a Pidgey out turn 1? Or 2 Charmanders and a Pidgey? Like, probably more copies of Artisan are being played. Great Balls, Ultra Balls. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Guardy loses Fog and level. Alright, chilling. You lose Flaffy. That's kind of a big deal. Start playing Pokeball. I think people are playing Great Ball before we're playing Pokeball. Maybe. Bombardier, right? Yeah. It'd be funny if we see Bombardier like coming the, because can it attack going first? So yeah, maybe this is the play. What's the most consistent deck you possibly can play? Yeah, Luminion for whatever that Director Clavel card. Yeah, this guy. There we go, just like old times. If you squint, you see Lele for Bridget. Yeah, and that doesn't really synergize too well with Guardy, but maybe we see more supporters like this. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Probably the most consistent deck you could play would be Charizard or Miraidon. Or Double Turbo Mew. Yeah. So something like that's not as good. Charizard, yes. I said Charizard. Well, I think to be fair, you're not playing the most you're playing like some clunky cards in here that you wouldn't like. As cool as the whole Sparkle package is, like, it is 3 dead cards, you know, a lot of the time, so Cloth is pretty consistent. I'd break every game with it. I mean, if you're playing like regular DT, you have like 3 more good cards in your deck than this, so I'd say for the most part DT is pretty consistent. Like I'm not big on playing those like 3 card, like, for how unpopular Tomb is. I'm not committing 3 spaces in my deck. That's only good if someone finds Tomb. Or it plays Tomb. Yeah, Zard's probably, like, I mean, Zard is gonna have the issue of finding its little dudes. Like, that's why I think we're, like, kind of, like, with all the Ancient and Future stuff being super good, like, all the ball search being worse. Yeah, I agree, Lou. I think, like, with all the Ancient Future stuff being super good, like, not quite as powerful setup, we're probably headed back towards big basics being super good. Which, that's, I'm sure a lot of people are not very happy about that, and it's probably not the most healthy thing overall for the for the metagame. But yeah, like, Charizard should still be fine. Like, decks like Charizard that have an absurd amount of HP and can one-shot anything, they're probably still fine. But for the most part, these like fast, big, basic decks probably are gonna be the, like, we still don't know most of what's coming out, whatever the next set is. But a lot of that future and ancient stuff looks pretty good. Like that amazing. Like, I was listening to the Uncommon Energy podcast with Chip and Azul, and Azul was like kind of dumping on the new Raikou, the long neck Raikou. And I know there have been attacks like that before, like Reshiram and stuff, that were ridiculously overhyped, but they didn't have Sandy Shocks and Press Rosada. Mew VMAX will be broken, press rotation? How is that, Lou? If Future gets some sort of energy acceleration, then yeah, it would not surprise me if it's like a if it's a BDIF contender. Sablezaar's next. Seems good. Yeah, I mean, 70 times from any Pokemon, not just bench Pokemon. Like, the issue with Reshiram is you needed 5 energies in play. You needed the 2 on the Reshiram and 3 on the bench. And, like, yeah, there's Sada, Sandy Shocks, like, all sorts of ways. Like, after your first, it's like kind of like Blounds. Like, after your first dude goes down, you just get like an absurdly high power spike, which, like, Sandy Shocks, like, you're doing big damage pretty much every single turn. It's like kind of a throwback to Blounds. What did oh, it was the Reshiram and Zekrom tag team. It was ridiculously overhyped coming out of that Cosmic Eclipse. It was gonna be the new BDIF, and it was a horrible card. Another like sort of similar thing is a Rayquaza VMAX, like similar style attack, but also only from itself and only fire or only lightning. So it, like, this new guy's different. I'm not gonna go out and call it like BDIF already because we don't even know what the set is, but I think it's kind of silly to put it in the same category as Rayquaza or Reshiram. Wait, how would Mawile be Rapid Strike? There should be playing a Turo and a Rope. That seems hard to play with Fortress EX. Yeah, like, it's gonna be, I'd be very surprised if it's not at least a tier 2 like viable deck. Like, where's CPAL? Well, that's interesting. Like, you don't have to set up a stage 2 to actually get going. You can just go fast with Sada attach. It's like probably not going to trade well with single price decks, and like how many of those are going to exist post rotation. It's hard to like form too firm of an opinion without actually knowing what all is going to be in the set, because like some pretty broken cards coming out. What ways do katanas get sticky? Like, just the sleeves get sticky. Like, that's, they just get harder to shuffle because they get sticky. Like, not really anything specific about it. You miss Silver Tempest? No, get out of here. Well, they went second. Opens a Town Store Bonnet DTE knockout arc, and I whiffed attachments. And then yeah, I researched, hit DT, but nothing to Trinity Charge to, so we just scooped. At least in my experience, katanas like don't get like dirty. Like, well, they do, but like not as bad as like I had a pack of turquoise katanas that I used for 2 League Cups, and by the end of it, they were pretty sticky, and also they were starting to have like some little dirt spots on it, but it wasn't too bad. Would recommend. Yeah, they do. They have that peak mash feel for a little while, and then it kind of goes downhill. If you had like unlimited money and could like change it, you could like change a pair of katanas every like 6 rounds to keep that like a goat mash feel. They annoy you so much. It's just something that happens, I guess. Well, wash your hands. Yeah, it's always like, I always don't like it when my opponent has like the super it's like super dirty sleeves, or like also in the like when my opponent has like the sleeves that are like just like super like beat up in various ways, like all the corners are tipped. Like, I doubt they're like marking them, but like it still just like isn't a great look. That is a bad take, Blaziken. It's funny how like there's been like a lot of people are like talking about like sleeves lately. It's kind of funny. But I think there's been a lot more doubt lately since Dragon Shield quality control's gone in the garbage. Not having a super like big BDIF. I don't think that's a bad. No, like Zard, like while Zard is the best deck in format, it's like not so much like overwhelmingly so that you like have to play Zard or lose to Zard. Like, you have to play Zard or like hard counter it. Like, you can kind of be in the middle. You can be like a deck like Gardevoir or something that like kind of rides in the middle and still is okay. Yeah, I don't usually have too bad issues with like dirt spots on my sleeves unless I like play with them for a very long time. But like if I'm going to like a cup or anything higher than that, I always like to have like a fresh pair of sleeves. It'd be nice if yeah, can I get the yeah. It does get kind of pricey though, like having to drop $12 on a pack of sleeves like every tournament. Like it adds up. Buy entire competitive decks. Like an entire pre-built competitive deck? Not that I know of. Lugia or me? Well, a lot of people are on Lugia for Peoria, though. Oh, there is? I mean, that'd be cool. I took out an escape rope. It's TCG sponsored by. I don't watch his content, so I wouldn't. That sounds pretty cool though. I've always thought like that'd be like a really cool idea if you could like have a deck profile video and you can be like, yeah, if you want to buy this deck yourself, like just click the link below and you can buy the whole deck and everything. But like I'm not saying that like Lugia was a good call for Peoria. It was just hyped up because it got like Mew and all that. 4 stand for a seal systems. That's awesome. That's like a $12 card, right? That's awesome. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily matter if the deck is like all that great. If it's just hyped up and a lot of people in the room are on it, then you're like probably gonna face one, like odds are. That's pretty neat. I always like it'd be cool to do that, but like having like an actual game store, like it would have to like so many singles to be able to do that. That yeah. I think like weren't those like has the like no, it's like not the Celestial Storm art. It's like an alternate, like yellow A alternate Acrobike. I might have some of those. It'd be kind of funny if they like reprinted Acrobike or Trainer's Mail or some of those old aggro items. Like let's just chase slower decks out of the format. I think I pulled like one Comfy. there's some of those cards that like I swear are harder to pull than others. Like some of like the non-foil ones. Like I had the toughest time ever pulling 2 non-foil Sableyes. Like I don't know how many that I've opened, but I have like 3, and I've probably opened. I might have opened like 50 prize packs or something. I don't remember how many I got for winning the cup and stuff. I opened a lot though. Dude, I have so many Basculins and Wailords and Pod Helmets and like I have like 6 canceling clones. It's like all the I of course I don't have like 6 Mirage Gates or 8 Switch cards or something. It's like all the most useless stuff. It's mildly I have had decent luck though, like pulling some of the bigger cards, but like what am I supposed to do with like a stamped Radiant Steelix? Like I know that's like a hard card to pull, but it's just like what am I supposed to do with this? Like our stamped Radiant Jirachi, like oh it's a Radiant, that's like cool, but it's kind of worthless. Like I probably could sell it for a few dollars, but dang, Giratina VSTAR is kind of dope. I'm sure that one's worth a few dollars. I have had pretty good luck pulling the non-foil forest sealstones like that. I think I have like 5 of those. And I pulled like the Gardevoir stamp, the Lugia stamp. Like that's been about it. Actually, I pulled an Arc stamp as well. I don't. Yeah, I mean you're right. Collectors will probably want that stuff, but it's just like whatever. Yeah, I have so many of those. I believe that some of them are harder to pull than others. Because yeah, I it has to be like Wailord, Basculin, Pod Helmet, Canceling Cologne have higher pull rates. They printed more of those. And then there's ones that are short printed. I also had I wanted to get 4 non-foil Choruses, and I've only pulled like 3, so I can't even play those. I need. I'm one of those people that has to have a total playset of the same arts, or I can't play it. I can't have mismatched arts. Oof. Well, you made that kid's day. Dang. Your wallet hurts after that. Hey, playing one of each. I don't know, playing one of each energy is kind of a vibe if you like 11 different energies, but I like 4 different arts to like switch or judge, so it's like kind of weird. I don't know. Stamp foil Lugia is pretty sick. Your dog chewed a forest seal stone? Dang. Yeah, but like I don't like the I'm not gonna like play like one rainbow Giratina and one regular Giratina. Like I'm playing with if I can, like I'm not just gonna like not play Tina because I don't have three of the same arts, but like if it's optional, I'm not gonna play like one rainbow and two normals. Like I'm gonna play three normals. Sometimes you don't have a choice, but or I'm like never like unless I absolutely have to, I'm not gonna play with a Rev Hollow card. I've been hammered for this take before, but Rev Hollows are ugly. Sell the rainbows. Buy the golds. I don't usually buy bling though. Like I might trade for it. Or I mean sometimes I do, but not like the play is to like buy the shiny version of the important one-ofs in your deck. So when you're going through your deck and you see your one of full art supporter's not in there, then you really notice. that's the optimal blinging of your deck. 2 Toxic Rogue and Great Tusk. Oof. Yeah, Rapid Strike's pretty bad, but I don't think Zard is all that bad. I feel like Miraidon has to be worse than Charizard, right? Or even Gardevoir. I have like an Iron Treads or one of those silly Pokemon stamps. It's like, it's rare, it's hard to pull, but what the heck do I do with this? It's sort of annoying. Can I like actually like game a Pokemon that takes more than like 6 turns? Huh? It was just a joke to buy gold cards IRL. I think. Yeah, if you play a max ready deck, it is scientifically proven that you brick less, right? That's how Pokemon works. But I'm like, what I do is I put all the Pokemon and energy to the front of my deck anyway. So it'd be like the trainers in between, it would help to be like shiny. To be gold or floor. That would really stick out. Like the Pokemon doesn't really matter so much for me. Like I'm putting them all to the front. So yeah, it doesn't really too. But if you're just like going through and counting them, then yeah. So it's like it's lost. No, my Moonbreon's gone. Someone stole it. It's not in the deck. Oh dear. How are my first 3 rounds? I faced the Cloth and was able to set up. Didn't just get totally smashed by it. Totally clapped Urshi Valiant. That's like a pretty free matchup for me. And then we faced another Cloth and whiffed attachment turn 1. And couldn't Trinity Charge turn 2. So it was a quick game. Yeah, but I faced 3 jank fighting decks in 3 rounds. So hopefully we can get some Zards in here or something. And yeah, get some better matchups going. When's the next game? Any minute now. It's been timeout for 4 minutes. I wonder if it has to be like a judge call or something. Holding things up. Actually, let's see. Is there the Blocklax player tied? It has to be this game, right? It has to be slow play over this game. Am I playing in Portland? I am not. My first regional of the season should be Orlando in April, and then Indianapolis in May, NAIC, whether that is June or July. So can I get the invite from those 3 tournaments? I'm just happy to get to NIC this year. They give out so many points at ICs. It's ridiculous. Just win one. All right, seems easy. Yeah, right? Yeah. Dang, it has to be that Block Lax. Block Lax v Zard made somebody upset. Yeah, I'm betting the Zard guy slow played. He has no win con against Lax. So if one, like, there's no switches, so wouldn't surprise me if bro over here is mad. Yeah, slow playing is big cringe, especially online. Like online at 1-1, like what are you trying to do? Like, the best is when people slow play when they're out of top cut contentions. They have like zero strategic reason in the first place to do it. Like they're like 1-2 and they're slow playing. I feel like you shouldn't be like, if the deck you're most afraid of is Rapid Strike, and that's fine. Like, it shouldn't be that higher percentage. What's a better play against Valiance? Oh, what's better against Valiant? Lost Mirror and Giratina or Kyogre? I think like a Lost Box Roaring Moon probably matches better into those 3 decks. Like, yeah, like a Lost Box Moon Kyogre. You subbed? Hey, thanks so much, Dino. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had someone like that at NAIC who was taking forever playing Mew, and like was having like Mew turns are already long and bro's taking like double the time. It was hilarious because we like finished game 1 with like 5 minutes left of Tina versus Mew. It's like a fairly, like, Mew shouldn't be tying that much, especially like 1-0 ties. But yeah, the best part about that slow play incident was my opponent, like, I was in an awkward spot. I had like Requiem and basically hoped that my opponent did not have like their last 2 tablets, or couldn't find boss or something like that. And he accidentally drew like an extra card off a Fusion Strike system, like forgot since I knocked somebody out that like had to draw 1 less card. And then bro was mad that since I called the judge. I have 2 prizes left. Judge assesses a DPL, so I just win. And then bro's mad because like, oh no, I have game in hands. That shouldn't count. Like, it was so goofy because it wasn't like his deck was small enough that like he had the game no matter what. Like, he could have drawn funky like cards that he couldn't play and would have lost. So like, I don't know that he didn't draw. My opponent's screen name is blank. It's like you could have drawn 2 battle VIP passes and a Elisa and not a 1. So it's like, I don't know that. I I'm against the Miraidon Peony hands deck. Okay. My opponent with their blank screen name's kind of cool. This matchup's not bad. We just like get the, if we can get the thing, do the thing. Noivern solo, nothing else. I think I just want to go first and jam path. Okay, luckily my opponent sent it over. Like I feel like getting a DPL for drawing 2 extra cards is pretty fair. Like, I don't feel like you should appeal that. But like, bro was like, I mean, I guess like, what do you have to lose by appealing it? But it was just like so weird that like he's like trying to reason with the head judge that like, no, it shouldn't be a DPL because I have game in hand. that drawing the 2 extra cards didn't matter because bro I had it the entire time or whatever. It was just like, okay, dude. Okay, so here we are. This matchup is kind of scary because it can go off the rails if they just like pop off and knock out my only arc with an energy turn 1. But like unlike Moon, we kind of just need to set up one guy to win this matchup. It's because like the desk is right here, and there's like if the chair is pushed in, like the rest of the room's over here. It's kind of funny. Blitzel room 2 or 1. Nah, it's an oddly shaped room. Yeah. Slow playing's a lot easier to catch online than IRL. Not like you can like stream your opponents. Chess clocks seem very impractical. Like, just the maintenance that would require sounds. I don't think it's. Dang it! If this is an arc, I mean, still we're not chilling, but like. What happens when someone plays a card like Escape Rope or Avery that interacts with the opponent's board, or your opponent is shuffling your deck during your turn? Block Lex IRL, exactly. Actually, opening Tomb isn't great for them. Okay, don't just lose. Okay, this is interesting. Let's hope this path sticks really hard here. Path to the peak. Grass energy. Pass. Still like that was boring to watch. Yeah, kind of. Hopefully bro doesn't just have the instant path bounce. I was not getting hands like this yesterday. I was opening arc attach most times, but I have a 70% chance of opening arc. What is this? So they've lost vacuum, 2 beach courts, and a collapsed stadium. So hopefully, like at least like opening Tomb means like even if they do have stadium bounce, I can just like Luminion for a peony. Kind of playing the hand down some, and it's only. I mean, there are 2 ropes, so could get there next turn. It's the Raichu down. No, I wasn't playing Arceus, yeah. Yeah, right? Like, why are you complaining about this game being boring when like you chose this? This isn't my fault. Yo, can I stop like Drago and I just win? That would be hilarious. Okay, there's a Flaffy. I mean, bro can't attack this turn, right? Unless there's like a Peony is that last card in hand. This is hilarious. Aroma, if this is heads, I win. No! Okay, I Trinity charge. Dang it. Oh, man. That would have been so good. It's alright. They're breaking. This is fine. Dang it, man. We were 1 coin flip away. Ah, Aroma BDIF, without a doubt. Well, I have in hand for energies. Oh yeah, I just have 2 grass. Alright, we get to thin out the deck. Yeah, I have Noivern in the discard pile. A solo Noivern just wins. They cannot do anything about that. We're lucky that this path is just totally ruining my opponent's day. I don't even know if I knock out this Spirit Tomb, honestly. I guess drawing a prize card is kind of good. And if they don't have energy in hand, like they'd drop an energy if they had it. Right? Oh, there you are, of course. That's okay, it's fine. We still just start using be honest, is Dominating Echo better? No, like, they have so few cards in hand. They could always boss. No, I would have turret up my only guy. I would have had no basics. Like, they have nothing that they could have done. But still, with how limited their hand is, like, it's gonna be tough to respond to this. Like, yeah, like, now with this board, they have ways around it. But if that Aroma hit heads, there was nothing. Like, they can attack with Flaffy twice, and then rot it back in, and they can get 200 damage out of the Flaffy, and that's it. Since it's only the 1/1 line. So top deck to the generator, I assume. Only hit 1 energy. Like, I don't even really need to lock path in play, because, like, if they top deck a beach court or something, like, what are they doing? Goodra off the top. I mean, it still is just threatening that 2 hit, I guess. But then if they top deck generator hit or something, they just need so many cards if I keep spamming this. I disagree. I disagree with that take. Bit of Unite. Dang, that's a throwback. I played so much Unite when it first came out. That game was so fun for like a few months. And then it kind of got stale. We're gonna start seeing some fast charges? Okay. Yeah, fast charge. Pokemon Unite is a fun game when you have like a team of people, but solo queue Unite was a dreadful experience. Oh, that's a throwback. Oh, they topped the Collapse Stadium. Cooking? Cooking? They can go like escape rope plus boss to get around it, but it's gonna be a lot with how it's gonna take a lot with how small their hands is. Retreat to the Raikou and Fleet. The meta is fun. It just felt like so bad when like the people like the online Timmies like they like what like wouldn't go for Dreadnought or like all that stuff, and it's just like it's a cool game when everyone's on the same page and working together. But like if there's just 1 or 2 people who are just bad and don't know what to do, it's just not very fun. Like one bad teammate can be the difference between like totally rolling your opponents or just getting rolled. Why do you bench more there? Just a thin, I guess. Or why would I bench more? No, I'm not benching more. With the generator. Ooh. Why don't I play VSTAR? I do. Eddie, that's kind of cool. That's Starbirth. Oh, I could have used the VSTAR power last turn. You're right. I didn't even think of that. That gives me a... I was just like overflying, just... Yeah. I didn't need to. It's okay. We have this. We have research. Okay. To be honest, I probably could... we probably don't have to use covert flight anymore, because like we take 2 with this Drago. What else do we have in here? Giratina, sure. Like this uses rolling iron and knocks them out. They commit all their energies to knock me out back. Then I can knock out their Raichu, and then Arc like always wins the game for me. Like they're just out of... Yeah. This is fine. It's glitching so bad? Oh no. Is anyone else having issues with the stream? I know. Aroma is such... Yeah, Aroma has been goofy like that. Like, sure, you Raichu for 6 and knock me out, but then I knock you out with Arc V-Star. You're down like 3 generators, or oh, 2 generators. Top deck the Peony. Okay, no problems. Cool. Yeah, we just knock out with Arc, and they have to like pull together another 5 energy Raichu. We just play so few Pokemon that like Great Ball feels inconsistent. Also, generators have not been very nice to them today. With how mid Aroma's been for me, probably like not an awful call. Like Aroma's been so goofy. Someone's Supreme Internet. I've had stream issues in the past though, so it's like not like I can totally be like, yeah, it's your internet. There was one time I was like in like Top Cut or something, and my voice was like lagging, like the audio was lagging so bad that it was like straight up unwatchable. But like, now what do? You need to get 5 energies in play. Again. With 3 generators down. And then you also have to gust the Regi. Thanks, Aroma, you finally give me an evolution. And I can just Iono, give him less cards. Cool, more energies. Yeah, so if they can somehow find a way to win the game, or find a way to like, yeah, knock out Dragon, then I guess they kind of deserve this one, right? Oh, the 2 pairs of shoes. Because I'm down 3 generators and Raihan. So they can go attach Dynamotor generator for 2. That's just so 4. Like, Raihan could technically get them there. But it's gone. There's only 1 Raihan in the list, so. Yeah, at most they put 4 in play. That's the very best. And then, yeah, the Regi knocks out everything that they could possibly have. We're lucky that Path to the Peak scammed them so bad, because that was such a sketchy start. 2 shoes per foot. No, where are the shoes? Like, all game. I haven't seen a single one. They just draw pass. Alright, we got this one. Like, if we can survive the early aggression, this matchup's fine for us. It's just like that, they can sometimes run us off the board if everything goes right for them. Hey Aroma, I'm glad you finally decided to show up. 3-1. I think since it's like 8 rounds for whatever weird reason, we probably can make it in at 6-2. We've had a lot of quick games. There's not like too many long grindy ones, I guess. I guess so far today. I had some of those yesterday though. Cool. Might be brain misclick. Yeah, there are a lot of options. It definitely it's possible to a misclick. Oh no, my opponent lost. Oh, to the Turbo Miraidon, that's tough. But bro beat a Guardy as Cloth. That's impressive. I guess if you like, if you you win an auto loss, you gotta like balance it out. You gotta lose an auto win. Hey, we were the best 3-1 table. It's like my resistance super good or something. I mean, I guess it's decent. Yeah, Cloth's an alright deck. It's 8 rounds. I don't get this. There's like 94 people and we're playing 8 rounds of Pokemon. It's like, isn't like the cutoff for like 9 rounds or 8 rounds like 120 something people? G Dengo versus C Pow in the other tournaments in finals. That's crazy. Just how we drew it up. And I feel like whoever takes the first 2 prizes, their wins. Like the weakness doesn't really matter. Like everything gets blown up. Pretty sick of waiting for the next rounds. Yeah. We can't just press the fast forward button and get on to the next rounds. You prize both your rods? Oh, you're playing Tina. I see a fly and thanks for stopping by. Dang, that's tragic. That's a good matchup too. And the 2 water energies busted. Actually having fun in Miraidon. No problem, Dino. This isn't supposed to happen. You're playing Turbo Miraidon, right? Oh yeah, it's. Then you're 3-1, and your only loss was a missed round, so you're technically undefeated. Oh, it's like the heavy. I didn't know you're actually playing the heavy EXP share. That's kind of cool. I'm glad you're having success with it. Oh, you had 2 rods? You had 2 rods remaining in 4 prizes? Dang. That is very tough. 6 matches left. Alright. That's crazy. It was miscut. I don't think that probably takes it, like, I guess it might take some value away from it, but like probably not too much. Like I guess like a collector who like wants it to grade well, they probably wouldn't want it, but like I think that's kind of cool. I feel the medicine wearing off. This is kind of bad. That's kind of cool though. Like super miscut cards are kind of neat. Like I don't like that kind of stuff, but it's kind of niche and cool. Like there are people who do collect miscuts, so maybe to the right person it'd be worth more. Oh, the down pair got collapsed. Rose face with 3 Miraidons. This is like, dang. I don't think I've seen a super like bad miscut out of a prize pack. Like Greninja's like the 2nd most expensive one after the Charizard, so it's probably still worth. Probably still worth a lot. So what do we have at for now? There's a Goldengo. So it looks like a lot of people are like Goldengo's been seeing more success lately now that more people are trying the Palkia builds like out of Kyoto. Yeah, that's a pretty neat card. I'm pretty sure that person's on DTE or not DT Fusion. Charizard, Rose face back-to-back Zards, and 2 mirrors. I just want something else. And then there's a couple more. There's one more in there playing Miraidon. So a decent mix of stuff. A Mimikyu is very crooked on card. Yeah, Pokemon has. I don't feel like there's as much anymore, but there's some pretty cool miscuts out there. Like, not saying I would like pay more for or pay. I go out of my way to buy. But it's kind of cool. Charizard's doing decent. I would love to face Charizard the next 2 rounds and get some dubs, get into top 8. Because if we manage to win the whole thing again, that's 100 code cards to give away. I don't need the credits, so what better way to start off the new year than handing out 100 code cards, winning a tournament? That'd be pretty epic, right? So only 2 matches left despite 9 minutes. So hopefully we have a shorter round timer here. Guardy V, it's always a Guardy. Pokemon Catcher and Energy Sticker seem kind of goofy. Like, I know he had it in the video, or like at least on the thumbnail, but like, can that actually be optimal? Like flipping that many coins? Says the guy playing Capturing Aroma. Miraidon, like Turbo Miraidon has a solid win rate. All the day 1 squad gamers are playing it, so can't be that bad, right? What I expect to see the most in Portland? I mean, Charizard, Miraidon, Giratina are probably the top 3. Gardevoir is probably close behind. 4 energy stickers. It's a pretty goofy card. Oh, the Tina lost. Rip. I'd rather face Urshi than Tina. That's like would have been my 4th fighting deck though, so would have been kind of funny. 4 fighting decks in 5 rounds. But my opponents are doing like decent, so my resistance isn't total garbage. Do I know Zapdos TCG? I don't know him personally, but like I know who he is. Yeah, one of the OGs. Making like he was making content when I first started playing back in 2015. Actually, I saw him at Worlds one year. But like since he's in Europe, like he doesn't come to American tournaments that often or ever. Cool, all the matches are done. We can get back to gaming. He's such an OG, yeah. A lot of the people who've like been around, like a lot of the people who were making content back then are not around anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, he might be the oldest one. Like I heard Dark Integral Gaming was pretty old, but he like kind of stopped for a while. LDF is we're against one of the day 1 squad. Playing Turbo Miraidon, this seems familiar. All your opponents have dropped. You just win out, so it doesn't matter. Oh, he goes to your locals? That's kind of cool. And the Tapu Koko EX, so solo Noivern doesn't win it. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Plays the Super Rod and all that. That Tapu Koko tech. I always have a game that's like longer than, I guess that one was longer than longer than 3 seconds, but we were just all draw passing practically. Well, let's just do the same thing we did last time. We just go first and path, and the opponent's gonna brick. They're playing 1 less stadium bounce than that previous guy, so we have better odds of it working. I'm confused why you'd call yourself like the day 1 squad. Like, wouldn't you want to be like day 2? Because like that's deep into the tournament. Or I'm confused. It's like, come on, don't you want to dream a little bit higher than just day 1? I guess getting to the tournament's still kind of cool, but when we want like day 2 squad or top 8 squad, or 9-0 day 1 squad. Yo, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's already giving me the sad face emoji. Or the sad emoji. What the heck? Alright, making me go first. That's kind of risky against a past deck. Alright, we have the hand. We have Arc-Attached Path. Wow, that's pretty cool. A lot of the people in my area, like, I have a lot of competitive players in my area, but like, no like crazy big names or nothing super wild. That's or like no big content creators. We're for the second arc there, so like, I mean it's kind of silly. I should check to see if the Switch was uprised or not. Let's see if they have the stadium bounce. If they found one of their 3 in their opening hand. I guess I found one of my 3 paths. I do kind of like it though, how like most of the people at locals are. Okay, there's forest seals. Oh, okay, I was gonna say I get in the forest, but a lot of the people at the locals like aren't like super. Like they're like everyone's pretty competitive, so you get some good games all the time. Dang it. I don't really want to play Iono on you. With your 1-card hands. Also, just sitting here though feels really bad. Oh man. Let's just do this. Let's just chill. I probably should not have evolved. But I don't want to play Iono and then just whiff knockout. We'll do it next time because we'll ultra for that for the other V-Star. And then Iono and try to find DTE and take the knockout. Oh, that feels like a misplay. Now Forest isn't an out. Ooh, the shoes. Well, I kind of don't need that card right now. Dang it, this feels so awkward. To play the Iono when they have 1 card in hand, but I don't have anything better to play. So I guess we'll do it. At least all I need is DT. All I need is DTE. Dang it, I kind of want Tails there. Okay, cool. I get to take a prize. We still got there. Didn't get to accelerate to a Regidrago, which is kind of annoying. And also had to bid in the Turo, but I guess with Tapu Koko in the list. Yeah, Trekking Shoes bailed us out. And their board isn't ultra established. Like they have the Miraidon, but like not a ton after that. I guess odds are they're at a path bounce by now. Yeah, that would have felt horrible, like if we give him a fresh hand and just totally missed. If they just Photon Blaster me, I'm like really not feeling that bad. They did not find much off of that Iono, like somehow 6 cards deeper did not help them. Well, let's do it. I still should have energies in deck to attack with the Regi. Tails once again. Actually, that gets me Ditto, which I don't mind benching. Then that's a nice, safe escape rope target. Actually, I think I want to go double turbo retreats and keep this arc alive, like deny the prize. That guy, I don't need him for anything. But I don't, like with how weak my opponent's setup is, I don't like want them to say drop prizes and potentially help them out. we're gonna make it tough on them. And then if they play rope, they get the Ditto instead of an actually good Pokemon. Like that's Ditto's not in here just to be the 5th Arceus. Also makes escape ropes like not how my opponent's prize map, since a lot of the time it'll just be like 1 Arceus and 2 Regis on the bench. There's the Peony. Oh, they could have Peonied last turn, but chose not to. That's interesting. Well, that probably gets them Beach Court and Nest Ball for Mew. What? Are both Beach Courts prized or something? Yo, this is so greedy. This is so greedy. Yeah. I don't like that play at all. Like, yeah, that thing hits 2, and you knock me out. Like, that's cool. But then I knock out your Raichu, and your board is still nothing. I really dislike that play. And now I can just go... Yeah, this is fine. I can just hit them again. I don't even have to retreat or anything fancy. Yeah, Dragon Laser just carries here. I should have just... I probably should have switched. But yeah, this is fine. Dragon Laser pretty much just wins me the game. I should have played the Switch. Wasted a double turbo. How tragic. And now, like, Raichu can't even knock me out ever. They totally overcooked there. Well, not all. Well, in this deck, not always, because like you only have 2 prizes aside from that. Like I've had many times where I put it down, and it's been very good to make Escape Rope essentially not a Gust card, because you don't want your Dragas to get hit before they attack first. So it's been quite good for us. It's like not like an overpowered card, but I don't know if I'd play the deck without it. So now we've beaten back-to-back Miraidons, scuffing them with Path to the Peak. But to be fair, that guy should have chose to go first. Like, I guess if you know it's a path deck, you should choose to go first. All right, 4-1. We have 20 minutes left, so I'm gonna run, grab something real quick, refill my water, be right back. back. Hopefully, we didn't miss anything. That would have sucked if left and then late checked in. It would have been very tragic. Yeah, so far, so good. 4-1 with 3 rounds to play. Surprised to win. Oh no, they changed it back into 7 like it should be. Good. So next round will be our win it into top 8 then. Probably will be able to, yeah, 5-1-1 should be safe about this size. How are matchups looking at 4-1? Got Zard, that'd be wonderful to face. Uncle Dengo would be interesting. Another Miraidon. Have I changed it at all? Since last stream, yes, I'm playing an Earthen Vessel instead of an Escape Rope. Then we have Giratina. I would like to stay far away from that. We have another Giratina. I'd like to stay away from that. I would happily beat this Charizard. Sounds good to me. And a couple more down here. Another Charizard. I'm gonna go Denga. There's like a solid mix of things here. There's not like anything like overwhelmingly dominating top tables here today. You don't really need that energy acceleration Dragonites in this deck, since most of the time you're just setting up, you're using Arceus to put energies on that first Regi, and then after that you're just attacking with Regis for the rest of the game. And that's why the EXP shares in here, is we just need the one Trinity Nova, then we can just drop an EXP share on a benched Regi and attach and slowly get it up, because like usually we'll need 2 Regis to win a game, but it feels kind of bad to spend a second turn using an attack like Dragonite when we'd rather use something like a Rolling Iron or a Dominating Echo. Yes, I think Arceus is the best way to set up Regidrago. 5-2 probably does not make it, Derp. Did you finally, or wait, why can't I hold up? Oh, right here. Oof. Dang it, if you hadn't missed that rounds. I think there's one here in about an hour and a half. That's, yeah, just jump ship and play that one. It'd be like cool to like a super long stream where I play like tournaments for like 12 hours straight. You'd have to line up well though. And I'd have to do well. Like I can't just go 0-2 drop and scrub out a couple times. 5 matches left. Whoa, what's Goodra doing here? Yo, who let Goodra up here? This is this Goodra from last format. Pretty interesting. What are they faced? Actually beat the only Miraidon that they saw, and the Roaring Moon. I guess you'd probably just be a single price deck against Roaring Moon. Miraidon seems very difficult. Charizard not so much. Interesting. And then was up against a, wow, this is this is an interesting Lost Box deck. We have double Roaring Moon, double Iron Hands, and Paths. I feel like this would be a brick. We have no Force Seal Stones, no Pokegears to help us set up. Only 2 Nest Balls. This looks like it'd be very inconsistent. Very, very interesting to see this doing well. They're 3-1. Beat a Tina. I feel like that has to, like, if I brick with Lost Box playing 3 Ultra Balls and a Lumineon, I can imagine how scuffed some of the hands this deck is gonna get. Yeah, 4 matches left. There's Tina Mirror, and then that one crazy Lost Box versus Goodra match. And probably Gardevoir's holding up. I guess it's Lost Box holding things up this round. Okay. And what will be kind of interesting is one of these 5-0s won't be able to ID. Like, I'm sure that whatever two do play against each other um will tie. But I assume 511 will make it. Yeah, Urshi's kind of, I think since like Tina has kind of bounced back some, like the Urshifu hype has kind of died down. Now, yeah, now the people who are saying about how the people who said Urshi has such an incredible matchup are now saying about how amazing Tina's spread is. A1 squad. It's a very tough Miraidon player. He's doing well. 4-1. All of them are playing Turbo Miraidon with the Tapu Koko today. All of the day one squad. I think it's a matchup like with the Tapu Koko. I'm probably not that great into. Because normally I'm just spamming Noivern, and it's fine. Like they can't do anything about it. You speed the mirror. Nice job. I would normally be upset about a Tina winning, but if it's Tina on Tina, that's fine. I'm pretty sure this was like an other. Is this glasses lost box? Whoa. This is 4-1. Turbo Energize, Armarouge, Firebox kind of thing going on. This is another deck that just boosts to Noivern, so that's kind of cool. This is kind of spicy. Radiant Heatran can do a lot of damage. I see like Basin onto the Heatran and move the energies off. And that thing can one-shot pretty much everything if things break right. Pretty spicy deck. So what did they face? What did they lost to? I feel like Tina would be kind of difficult, but okay. I mean, face some jank, but also has gotten like beaten a Miraidon, so pretty interesting. 29 out of 29. You'll have to see it. The rounds, we're picking up the pace a little bit. Radiant Heatran's definitely a funny card. I remember when like Azul was trying to get it to work on stream with like Gardenia and Old Cemetery. I would not really like that king. The only time I'd be okay facing Tina was if I could, yeah, ID into that. Yeah, we need a Paradox Heatran Psychic type so we can Gardevoir, and yeah, that'd be disgusting. Actually would make kind of an interesting debate for like Radiant in Gardevoir, but surely just having like, yeah, that kind of nuke on a basic would be worth trading out Radiant Greninja. Like if it's statted exactly the same, because I'm not against King. I don't remember this person's, oh, this is the Goodra player. I feel like this is probably bad for yeah. I mean, Judge Path is so good against them. Altaria might finally see some play. Put him to sleep, make him not be able to Rolling Iron. I mean, Dura still just slaps 220. If I can like punch the Goodra before it evolves or hit him with a well-timed path, I think we can be okay here. This is fine. This has been such a weird tournament. Like I've really dodged Tina, which I'm okay about, but 2 Cloths, an Urshifu Valiant, and a Goodra, and then the 2 Turbo Miraidons. But what? It's not what I had on my bingo card. All right. Well, Judge Path is always good. Their deck's gonna be kind of bricky. And Altaria could be nice. Duraludon could be good. But probably Duraludon's gonna be better than Altaria most of the time. I guess they're kind of similar. Just depends. that Moisture Star could make things kind of annoying. But I guess the good news is they can really only set up one Goodra in a game. They can't really set up two, or it's hard to set up two. Because then one of them is vulnerable on the bench. I guess if they went for two, turn one, and evolve them simultaneously. But then I can just like boss the other one. It's not like it's hard to have two simultaneously. I wish I would have faced one of the Zards though. That's like such a like, I guess it's not like a stress-free matchup, but it's I don't think as much. I can just judge a path and spam Rolling Iron and be fine. I guess I'm probably doing the same thing here, right? Oh no! Arceus Regidrago is like basically like Arc Goodra. Like I can't decide if I want to be Arc Goodra, Arc Dura, or Arc Tina. So I'm just gonna be all of them. That's basically Reggie. Froze all of them. Okay, my opponent has to restart. What says send friend invite? Bro, I tried. You literally left. You had to restart. Let's try the classic delete friend trick. See if that works. They're still offline. Okay. Well, I might restart myself then. See, I could give them a couple more seconds, and I might restart my own game here. There we go. Just had to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Should you get Peony running this close to rotation? Well, if you're liking the EXP share build, like that doesn't need Flaffy. You are probably okay. Get to go first, that's good. Altaria's sick, absolutely. That's a hand. That's what we need. So now the question is, do I drop the Reggie turn 1? Because escape rope is kind of annoying here, and they never can hit 220 on it turn 2. I guess they could go Zamazenta rope and knock it out, and that'd be kind of bad. Can we just top deck Ditto, and then that'd be, and that sort of removes all thought here. Mulligan, another Ultra Ball. Okay, this is pretty good hands. I'd rather them spit the Arc than the Reggie, and they like if they Iono me turn 1, then they're not playing Chorus, so it's fine. I don't want to have to Starburst for a switch, or I'd rather my Arc get hit than my Reggie get hit. And I do have the hands that I could boss that Goodra turn 2. We can Ultra Ball for Arc V-Star and Starburst for boss. Okay, we know they already have one Chorus in hands. Chorus or Battle VIP pass. Classic. This is why you Chorus before you Flower Select, right? What? So they're not gonna have rope or spit this turn, so I just way overthought it by I'm not pitching the Reggie. That sounds about right for me. Okay. Yeah, actually just want like boss path and hitting this whilst also loading up the Regidrago. Sounds pretty good. There's a gate. Imagine like, and they spend a stadium, or, yeah, they spent a path bounce early. They actually chose Battle VIP over Chorus. That's when they already had a Goodra in hand. That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right call. That feels like that might have been a misplay. There's a rope. Second Goodra, that's not what I guess now they're bench locked out of cram. Like can't do a ton next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna boss the Goodra and put down Path, and things will be okay. Let's get done the Dittos. We have the Escape Rope protection. We have Arceus VSTAR. We have Boss. We have Path. I want to check Duraludon. It's in there. That's gonna be our best attacker. In this one, maybe we can get rid of a Judge. So then we want to Starbirth for Judge Path, and then or Boss Path, and punch this Goodra. And since they didn't play Chorus, there's a possibility that they just don't, like, they can't move this goo and we can just steal 2 prizes. Be pretty dope. Come on. There we are. And yeah, and then Ditto's pretty good here. So, like, if they want to go out of their way to Lost Mine it, I do not care at all, since it just will not help their prize map whatsoever and makes Iono a better card. Imagine they like boss Slip and Trip just because they want the prize card. That'd be pretty funny. I'm still kind of surprised they opted to go for the Battle VIP pass over the Chorus. Like, if that truly was the choice, I mean, personally, I would have chosen Chorus, because, like, there's a Goodra V-Star. That means they only have one of them. So one of these dudes is not going to be fully evolved up. So the one with damage might just be a liability sitting there. And they've had a tough go of it. Like, these are 5 cards they would rather keep than a Lost Zone. Pokegear. Come on, be an absolutely fraudulent Pokegear. That, I think that counts. That's not a Chorus. I'd say that's a fraudulent Pokegear. All right, good. Cool. This is fine with me. Imagine we pull boss again. Yo, we did. That's nuts. We are going for boss punch the Goodra again. They're taking my path away? Why? Oh, to charge their Lost Zone. Did that get him to 7? No, it doesn't even get him to 7. That feels like kind of a waste then. Like, if that got you to gate this turn and got you swinging, that's fine. But yeah, that feels like kind of a waste. Huh, okay. Shoot. No. Don't need you. Don't especially need you either. But I still just want to punch your Goodra. I'm going to make you Moisture Star real early here, buddy. And we'll keep the energies in there for now. So now the only missing piece here is just getting the dragons down. We found boss, but none of the dragons. Like, if you want to give me Duraludon off the top deck, I suppose I would take it. And they only have 1 card left in their deck to bounce this path to the peak to even unlock Moisture Star. And even if they do bounce the path Moisture Star, I just hit him for 100 again. And I have a couple attackers in my deck that can follow up and knock it out again, so opponent's definitely in a uncomfortable position. That's their second Chorus in the Lost Zone. What? You don't see that every day. I don't even know. What is bro cooking? Alright, finally see a gate. Are they even playing like counter? Okay, they're playing counter capture. The counter capture Zamazenza could be kind of cool if I can't evolve this guy. But Goodra feels awful if you can't evolve, or if you can't bounce this path. Too bad I don't have any more bosses. If I had the 3rd boss, okay, they did find the beach courts. So they are healing. Still, they've had to go through a lot of resources just to be this deep into the game. Like, yeah, there's one chorus left, there's 2 gates left, and we haven't even had a single prize card gone yet. And he doesn't even have an attack. This is wild. Goodra moments. Bro, he's playing 3 super odds, so can't get these energies back. There goes Cramorant, so it's his most. Another attacker gone. His. Yeah, Moisture Star. But that's just a pass. I'm cool with it. I like this. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That sucks. That is not awesome. Okay. Switch back here so we can potentially just keep all our options open. I'm still gonna play this research though. EXP share is about to go hard, I guess. Ooh. Found that guy. So do I might just go back at him with Trinity Nova. Yeah, Duraludon will be our best attack here. I think we can get down the other Drago V and then just put the EXP share on it. That was unfortunate that the top deck our remaining fire energy. I still want to take the prize card this turn, and I don't want to put up the other guy. Whatever it's called. I don't want to. I can't even attack with that guy yet, right? Yeah, we have not seen any dragons to put into the discard pile. 19 cards left in deck. Suppose that is somebody. But yeah, Dura will be our best bet, especially with how many switches they've spent already. Or not especially since they've already spent Moisture Star. But Altaria could be good, considering how many switches. I mean, one rope's already gone. I think we've seen all 3 jets. So, and just using rope feels pretty bad when there's Ditto on the board. Super Rod feels awful to lost soon as well. My opponent's had a very tough go of the lost soon. Like it's been very painful. To be honest, I might go Dragon Laser next turn. Like set this up. Well, yeah, set this up for a Dura knockout, whilst also putting this guy in Dragon Laser range. I don't know if they've lost all win cons. It just feels like they've. Yeah, to be this point in the game without any like. Or not just at this point in the game, but to have this many resources gone. For them to have taken no prizes feels horrible. Okay, counter catcher to hit the Regi. Yeah, that's something. Seems like a good play. Hey, I found my Regi. Or my own Goodra. Okay. Let's use some Capturing Aromas. Thin that guy. If I hit another heads, I can thin. Or if I hit a heads, I can thin the Duraludon. Or not the Duraludon, the Regidrago. I want to draw the Duraludon off of Trekking Shoes. We can thin the Regi if I got heads, but it's Aroma, so card don't work properly. Dang. So what's the play? Is Dragon Laser the play here? Yeah, I think Dragon Laser's fine. I mean, they still knock me out with Rolling Iron, so yeah, it seems okay. Because then we can Dragon Laser for 3 potentially down the road. Or just, yeah, this is the... It would be very interesting if they were able to like Lost Mine and knock out this guy and not activate my EXP share. But that would be quite a lot resource. Like they'd have to Super Rod back, like one of the 2 remaining rods. There's only 4 cards in decks. They pretty much should have access to most everything, but they just announced Rolling Iron, so we can move the energy down. Promote Ditto. I have any Ultra Balls left? I have 1 and some shoes, so I mean just going for the max pulverization here seems pretty good. That's a good top deck. We can do this. We can do this. I mean, at the very worst, I'm just using Dragon Laser again. Unfortunately, like, don't have anything better to use. But it's still something, I guess. Or I guess I could use my own Rolling Iron. Then they're only hitting 120. I think I'd rather just Dragon Laser for the knockout. But I guess I don't have like the greatest follow-up after that. This is interesting. Let's just do that. We're just doing it. I'm taking a prize card this turn. 2 of them to be exact. Research? I can't really use you right now. But if I could just find any of my ways to discard Duraludon, that'd be awesome. Or just, yeah, really anybody. It's still gonna be tough for him to take out 2 big guys. I mean, Sableye isn't amazing. I guess what's true is my opponent can hide guys on the bench right now with, since I'm down both my boss. Dang, I'm gonna check the deck here. Like, I think if I could get to the, of course, now we hit heads. Okay, I'm gonna try to get there. I'm gonna try to Iono into Shu into Zera, because if we get there, that feels amazing. No, we do not, unfortunately. Well, this is interesting. Perhaps should have gone, probably should have gone for the Rolling Iron last turn and not been greedy. But it's okay. Arc is doing like 80 next turn, knocking them out. And then how are they taking their last 2 prizes? Like, they'd have to Rod this turn and get Goodra back down. Then have to Rod next turn and get back their V-Star. Like, double Sableye is not winning you the game. Like, you can go 8 here, knock me out, put 4 here. Well, I guess if they, like, rope Sableye, it might be kind of cooking. Because I can't boss the goo. Okay, just Rolling on. I'm pretty sure we just win now. They don't have... That was kind of stressful with how mid my draws were. I'm still... I mean, this is minus 120, so yeah, it's still 80 damage. Of course, there's the Trekking Shoe. Why is my discard pile glowing? Okay. Let's Iono them back to 2. And then we just knock them out. And then they'd have to stick a Goodra, like a Goodra V in my face and hit me with like Slip and Trip or something. That's like literally all they have. It's gonna have to be off of 2 cards. They did V-Star. They V-Starred a lot earlier. And they're down all their draw supporters. So they're just gonna have to have it off of this 3-4 cards or whatever. Because there's no like Roxanne, it's just that Iono, which they already spent. There goes the Psychic Energy. There's a Rod. Oh no! I don't think they can possibly have it. Right. Like if they stick the Goodra in my face, they're not attacking. Like, okay, rope. I just pivot with the. I guess they could double rope. They still have one rope left. That'd be have to be like the absolute like best 3-card hand possible. And there's more energies gone. They don't have too many of those left. Like they play 4 metal, 3 water, 3 jet. And they're playing gate now. Like that doesn't do anything. Radiant Grenade does nothing. Okay. This felt like I probably made it harder than it had to be, but wow. I think we're gonna be okay. That was scary. Yeah, we're alright. Does the inability to get any good dragons down nearly cost us there? Cool. Some scuffed games today. I guess they always are when you're playing Reggie. 5-1, so we might be able to tie next round. Like that one took a while. I was complaining about not taking Moonlight Strike for 280. Crap, you're right. I forgot. That'd have been nuts. Like they whip up the Thornton for the Giratina. So how many 5-1s are we gonna have? I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So assuming everyone IDs next round, one person would miss. And I guess, well, there are a couple 4-1-1s, or 1 4-1-1 that could mess things up. But still at worst, 2 people miss, and I have pretty solid resistance for a 4-1. Like, I'm probably not going to. I guess it depends, because I'm some of these people who are worse could have got knocked out. I'll probably offer the ID. I feel like, right, 3, 6, 7. Yeah. As long as I don't face like one of the people who has total garbage resistance. Like, I mean, I'm offering the ID. Or how about I just face like Zard and just clap? YOLO. I kind of want the back-to-back top cuts with Regidrago. Seems kind of dope. And I faced like not the most meta decks today, but still kind of gotten it done. Deck is silly. Yeah, we're kind of in the same boat. Like it's just not like the worst or one of the 2 worst. So yeah, you should be fine. Hopefully my opponents kept winning. Yeah, that's very good. You weren't supposed to knock out a Charizard, but yeah, just keep winning, please. They rightfully changed it back to 7 rounds. This tournament, yeah, should never have been 8 rounds. The Armarouge box at 5-1. Absolutely taking out the day 1 squad. Dang, all the day 1 squad have dropped. How tragic. 1 match left, and it's 3-1-1 versus 3-2. The classic Urshifu Giratina matchup. That's the same Urshi that I faced earlier. Actually beat 2 Zards and Tina. I like, at least when I played a little bit of Urshifu Valiant several weeks back, Tina, like against a good Tina player, it felt kind of unwinnable. Like you just, I guess maybe with the Radiant Charizard though in the list, like you at least have a big attacker. So like 280 isn't just like impossible to get through. The 4-1-1 did win, which sort of complicates things. Okay. Well, we'll see when they update standings what things look like. As hard as BDAF. You'd be correct. You're supposed to update it. Yeah, because there's still like assuming every single table ties, which maybe some of the lower resistance people would not want to. Okay, there we go. Oh, I got down paired. No. No. Okay. Well, it's against Tina also. This is not how it was supposed to go. They're playing TM Devo. Only 2 nest balls. Bro, hold up. What is this list? How can you tell yourself that a TM Devolution is better than a nest ball? You should already be beating Zard. I'm so confused. What is 4 Articuno? Dang. What? I mean, Paralysis is kind of good right now. I don't know if it can be like your primary win con, but it could be kind of funny. Alright, well, we gotta win again, chat. Against one of our worst matchups. Luckily, they just haven't built the most consistent Tina list, so the probability of scamming them with Judge Path, or with just Judge, is higher. But the likelihood is higher than it should be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Dang, man. I was open to I was open to ID. What the heck? Why didn't I feel like my that Urgy I faced earlier should have gotten the dub. It was only fair. Oh well. At least they're playing 4 Comfies. I have seen lists lately that are playing 3 Comfies. Peak Tina cooking. There we go. 2 nest balls is kind of crazy. The funny part is, was my opponent's resistance? It's horrible. The funny part is they win and they probably don't even make it anyway. I guess it depends on how many other tables decide to play it out. It's to go first. That's awesome. I think that's yeah. Let's not do that. Like, I'm pretty sure flower selecting is a good ability. Have a hand. We have Arc Attach. Have the VSTAR. They're playing quad path, so there is decent shot we get path turn 1 and don't get access to any of our VSTAR powers. I kind of want more. I'm just greedy like that. Okay, sure. I don't really mind just dropping the EXP share like that early, because like to win this matchup we kind of have to Nova twice. Like get 2 prize value out of Arc, 2 from Drago, 2 from other Drago. Yeah, but that's true. Tina does sometimes feel like an Abyss Seeking deck. Oh, it opens it up with flower select. How about you just flower select in pass? Just make my life super easy. What is the best Regidrago attack? In this matchup, Giratina VSTAR. Bench the Cram. Bench Tina. I'd be okay with a pass. They rope. I'll probably rope Abyss Seeking then. Okay. They didn't have a stellar turn 1, and they did not get path. Okay. I can manage this. Only 3 in the Lost Zone is gonna make it tough to attack next turn. Right. I don't really need path. I'm gonna switch and then Judge and see what we get off of this Judge. I'm probably always grabbing double turbo. Yeah, we didn't find it. Let's see what this aroma hits. This is kind of good. Okay, Starbirth always gives me the double turbo energy. What else? Could get I don't really need any other dragons. But getting, I mean, I guess grabbing the Dura, or I could just get Judge for next turn. I think like that's probably fine. Yeah. Like I have to just spam Disruption in this matchup. And it feels a lot better to play Judge once we clear a lot of the energies out of it. I don't know if it's like an exceptional meta call for like Portland this weekend, because I would like, this is probably like kind of the high point for Tina and probably close to the high point on Roaring Moon, probably at least since LEIC. But I do think it's like probably it's like a deck that is pretty good and deserves a higher play rate than basically the 0 that it has. Like, I think it's the best Arceus deck right now. Like, that's like not saying a whole lot, because Arceus is kind of bad right now, but this is easily the most success I've had with Arc lately. Okay, is my opponent actually gonna get the Lost Impact? That'd be crazy. Tina with Shaman. There was someone at my locals playing that. I still feel like your Zard matchup's kind of sketchy. It feels bad to like prep the Shaman on the bench, then it just gets popped by like a counter catcher. I think. Oh, I thought you meant Arc Tina. If it's just regular Tina, yeah, Tina should already beat Zard without Shaman. Uh-oh. They already jetted this turn, so they would need double gates. Wait, what? Okay, they're just cramming. I was so worried there for a second that that was going to be a knockout. Can I talk like boss, please? Well, okay. What is very annoying is this is my only my other fire is prized. My EXP is on the active. I could kind of make a leap of faith that we find the, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna find Reggie. Well, you know what would be kind of good though. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Shaman's just basically a grass attacker. Okay, please hit heads. Help me. Let me rolling iron. Man. That would have been busted. I think I just get this down. Just put that on the board. I don't even evolve. Evolving is bad, actually. There's a dragon laser. Doesn't really matter too much, but I'll ping one of the guys. It's just Tina or Shaman and Tina is just kind of like a win more card. Like, you should already be beating Charizard, so it's just kind of unnecessary. I should have pocketed the boss instead of a Judge off that Starbirth. And I have, that's all my grass, so I can't even really research. This is very, very awkward. I mean, my opponent does have to find a couple cards this turn. This is, I would like ideally be dropping Iono next turn and like bring them back down to 4. There goes a Sableye. Sableye is not a bad attacker here. Since they're at 10. They're down a Rod already as well. Yeah, it looks like they are going for that Sableye. Not putting 2 prizes in harm's way. Oh no! That is so good for them. I think we lose. I think that's just kind of game. Man. Okay, hello, Emily. That was about the best that they could have done for themselves. Hey, man. I mean, I can retreat knockout. This is so scuffed. Retreat knockout. But then I'm just totally cooked if I have no energies in deck. They just knock me out and I just lose. Ouch, man. This sucks. This really sucks. Yeah, it feels awful to have all my energies in my hands. If I had these were not all my grass, I could research and at least try to get closer here. But I think we just have to do this, and hopefully they just... Man. Yeah, but I have no other basic energies in deck, so I retreat, hit with the arc, but then I can't accelerate back, so they just promote this and Requiem, and I just lose. Yup. We have to top deck Iono. If we get Iono at the top, all is not lost. I guess they don't have another Tina in place. We have a couple turns to find it. Yeah, that would be clutch if we could get that. Now I'm probably benching the other part. Dang. Okay. Now I think we research and try to dig for the thing. I don't really need any of you now. We dig for Iono and just try to hopefully just break them out for long enough. Should retreat it into Ditto. I mean, I could have, but then I'm still in an awful spot because then they're using Lost Mine on my Pokemon. I guess it buys me time, but I'm still just like draw passing basically. I can't really research out the energies. And I guess they couldn't gust me, which is something. Did not find Iono crazily. Yeah, oddly enough. Okay. They've been knocked out. And obviously their hand at least wasn't incredible before drawing prize cards. So hopefully they just promote Sableye. Sableye doesn't do that much. They have one of their 2 nest balls. I don't know, but Turo doesn't really... Dang, they don't even need like... Okay. They don't even need like a gate or anything. Iono? Dang. So yeah, the issue is like they can just promote this guy and shred me next turn. And I'm not sure I can. Like they put 110 here, 10 here. And yeah, like not being able to Iono last turn like might be what costs. Well, I mean, a lot more than not being able to Iono last turn is gonna cost us the game, but. Alright, come on, Arc VSTAR plus. I guess I don't need an Arc VSTAR, I just need an energy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Dang it. What a sad way to end the run. I mean, I retreat back into Arc. But then they should just retreat and shred. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Let's see, 5 energies, not 9. 10. We're not running them out of energies. I just lose here if I... Yeah. Like I retreat back into Ditto. Sure, we can entertain this thing here. Sure, let's do this. But then they just lost mine again, and it doesn't really do anything. Oh, I just drew the Tina V-Star anyway. So, yeah. We can't even win anyway. That's so unfortunate. That, I mean, already a pretty bad matchup. But we just drew so awkwardly there. So sad. Oh, I was not out here trying to get down paired into my worst matchup. Not my worst matchup, but into not a good matchup. And then also, they didn't really set up too well, but they set up enough to just win, I guess. Like, if I have any better of a setup, I feel like, and we can punish that one Tina. I feel like there's only one way that we can potentially, yeah, do this. Okay, just being able to like spit that Drago before I could do anything with it. And then like that counter catcher lost mine was nuts. Feels bad. I don't think there's any, like, unless a ton of them chose to play it out. I guess a couple of them did. Maybe there's some way that we could sneak into cut. I doubt it though. Dang, that's crazy though. That like a Tita-less playing 2 nests has only bricked once. Man, that's just, I guess that it tells you how good Tina is, that they don't even, that it's just, yeah. That hurts. I mean, I guess like not everyone wanted to ID. But like, is there any way? Because, I mean, these 5 make it in. Then 6 and 7. I guess 1, 5, and 2 makes it. But probably not with my resistance. We'll see. Maybe, yeah, and we got down paired, so. Oh yeah, your opponent is like the best 5 and 1. There's like, they're never not making cut with an ID. Yeah, that's so sad. Like, we got scammed by Cloth, and then had some weird draws today and some weird matchups. I mean, I'll take the 5 and 2. But that hurts. Couldn't quite run it back. Like, yeah, if I there's just so little margin for error against Tina that just if I don't draw pretty well, I'm not going to win. I guess I like could have grabbed Boss instead after that Starburst, and that would have been really good. I just wasn't anticipating my opponent drawing super well off that Judge. V-Guard doesn't really have great synergy with this deck, because Reggie has 2 grass and a fire attack cost. And if it's only like 1, they can use their 1 Requiem knocking out. So it doesn't exactly work too well here. Okay, well, one of the people I lost 2-1, so hey, there's all the important matchups done. Let's see. Is anyone like, I mean, I'm better than Jake here. I guess, did this person win? They won. They're making it, right? Unless their resistance just tanks. Dang. I think we've like an out, like maybe there's, I'm probably getting 10th place or 9th place, I think. It's gonna be, it's like this guy is gonna go down and mine will go up. But I don't think it's gonna be so much drastically so. Like, hopefully all my opponents won. Please win, Goodra player. Please win. Am I going to qualify? I'm probably either 8th or 9th place. It's gonna be an interesting finish. Gotta sweat it out though. You made the comeback of the century? Nice. Yeah, because there's 7 people guaranteed in. So 1, 5, and 2 will squeak in. It's just going to come down to opponent's win percentage. And I think my opponent here is probably going to pass. It's probably going to be 8th, and I will be 9th. But we'll see. It's going to be very close. Like, his will go down. Mine will go up. But will it be enough? Yo, can you like update standings early, please? It's like the opposite, or well, it's kind of like the exact same thing that happened yesterday. Because yesterday I was just planning on double IDing, and then for whatever reason, I ID'd round 6. I started 5-0, and for whatever reason at 6-0, my opponent said no to the ID when it guarantees both of, excuse me, when it guarantees both of us in top cut. So I had to play it out and beat him. It was a crazy game. Scammed him with Judge Path. I think I would have made it regardless of 5-1-1, which is kind of stressful. Like, I don't understand why my opponent, like, at 5-1-1, I would have had pretty amazing resistance and would have made it in, which is sort of annoying. I would have been a lot worse of a bracket that way. Back-to-back days facing people who don't want to or can't ID. Oh, that's awesome. Noivern's pretty clutch. Yeah, I'd appreciate if it updates standings early, because, oh man, then the one match left, it might take a while here. It's just one, there's not even a Turo in here. Bro's just got a Switch. So it's definitely not very favored in to block. I have a very rough time. Yeah, I don't get it, King. I'm not complaining. 1, 5, and 2 is gonna make it. I would face Fusion Mew next round, and that would be a very bad matchup, but at least another round of Pokemon would be kind of cool. And at least we have a chance. I mean, Judge Path, Noivern. Nice. Yeah, the Noivern fighting through the flaffies. I should do Sunny's weekly. I have other stuff I have to do this evening, so I wish, but I got other stuff, so yeah, I won't be doing Sunny's. Just gotta wait. Watch you play a top cut. Yeah, we can do that. Ooh, I could raid King Heracross. What deck should you play? Well, you could play Snorlax. I know you played Snorlax before, but I guess all the Giratinas make it kind of. I don't know. It's kind of the meta's kind of weird right now, because like pretty much everything either loses to Charizard or loses to Giratina, unless you're playing Giratina. But then you lose to yourself, so you do lose to Giratina. I guess Guardy can kind of beat both, but that's Guardy, so who really wants to put themselves through that? Alright. I'd really I'd really like to see how we finish here. What ended up winning that tournament earlier is Chen Pao got the dub. Well, that's crazy. It is just like a kind of regular Chen Pao. You're gonna play Guardy? I mean, Guardy's not a bad call, it's just not for me. Playing Chen Pao with it, Charm and Arven? I don't really know like what this. I mean, like getting Iron Hands with the Bravery Charm on it is pretty cool. I guess maybe against like Miraidon, jamming Charmed Pao is pretty good. But actually playing Arven as your supporter for turn feels kind of weak. And 4 candies too. Bro is definitely afraid of TM's evolution. What's better if you're afraid of Devo? Arctivax or Rare Candy? A 4th candy. Still 20 out of 21. I saw that there was like Goldengo list that got 2nd. It's like a thicker Palkia line than the one from Kyoto. Not playing Milotic, but playing a Canceling Clone instead. Playing a Spiritomb. Spiritomb's kind of funny online since like nobody plays Guardy, but I get it. It also can help against Zard and Block. You might actually be able to beat Block with Switcher's Cologne Spiritomb. Like you probably can. Probably can still get to Gaddis' Vinny's list. Did you actually have to beat a Block Lax? Okay, yeah, beat one and tied one. But only lost to a CPAL. It seems like a pretty good list. Like at least the Cross Cologne like maybe gives you a chance into Gardevoir. But I guess if you can beat just about everything else, then you can kind of afford to take the L2 Guardy. Yeah, this match has 0. I guess, hey, this dude has faced some of the people who are in top cut, but I don't think the resistance factor for them is gonna matter. We're just gonna have to wait. Anything else to look about to look at to talk about? Oops, it would have been pretty cool to see that Armor Rouge box in top cut. Surprised it went 5 and 2, like based on the matches that like I'm a ride on that like benches carefully. I feel like would be a really tough time, but I guess Heatran's a really good attacker there. Face some weird decks. Crazy to see Cloth at 6 and 1. Only loss being to Miraidon. Is there any Lugia? No. Not too many people play Lugia much anymore. Yeah, Lugia's way down here. We're only 1% to usage rate this format. How much was it last round? Probably like 5. 4. I was close. If you combine both variants, it's like 7. Poor Lugia. This format feels like years ago. Like we have Arcdex doing well, we have Lugia doing well. It was just a different era. Goodra doing well. I liked Goodra. Goodra was cool. Not so much anymore. R.I.P. Goodra. Oh, speaking of Goodra, did my opponent who played Goodra win? They won. So all my opponents won. So dang, this is gonna be an interesting finish. If they're up to these standings, that'd be very, very nice of them. Guess you'll play Guardies. I mean, Guardies good. Kind of fortunate that this person dropped, because they would also be in contention of making top 8 had they not dropped. There are some crazy drops, like a 3-1 drop. I'm pretty sure that there was a 2-0 drop. Kind of fortunate. What is very cringe though is if this Urshifu player is playing for the tie at 3 and 3. Oops, that was not like. I get like you're trying to win, trying to get practice and stuff, but like I just hope you're not slow playing or like you have no win condition. You're just drawing your whole deck and playing Iono. At that point, you could just pack it up and pick up your cards and move on to bigger and better things. But maybe they just got the Snorlax on a brick and they're drawing hot and maybe able to take one. We'll find out in 2 minutes. So I have to find something else to talk about for 2 minutes. I guess we can look at the Redacted from yesterday. I saw Azul played last night in Redacted. Like he used to play in a lot of a lot of online tournaments over COVID, but I guess just hadn't for a while. But he played in Doom and Redacted, so that's kind of always cool to see like the bigger name players playing online. There's an Arc Gigas getting top 8, like Goldengo, running Moon. I'm pretty sure this Crossseaver Moon. Oh no, it wasn't. It was actually playing like Town Store and not Pokestop, but still playing Water Energy is kind of interesting. I do think you kind of have to play Water Energies in Golden or in Roaring Moon, or I feel like you're still not all that great into Charizard and Charizard and Guardia cooked due to a bug in a bad matchup. Oh man. How's it going? I got down paired and lost. So we're gonna have to sweat it out and see if we're 8th or 9th place. I saw that you got the dub, Blueberry, so that's pretty sick. Crossseaver Moon just seems like it's a cool combo. It just seems like too linear. Like your strategy is still too linear. You're just like, yeah, you have a cool like recovery option. Yeah, Gabe Fernandez, absolute legend. He's been on online grinding to the limitless tournaments like since the beginning. So timeouts. 9th place by 1.8. I knew it was gonna be close. Dang, that's so sad. Didn't figure we were gonna make it after the loss, but that hurts a little bit. Dang. Had you should just won last round. No. Dang it. Well, that's gonna be it for today. That was like such a weird tournament run. Like the deck just kind of gave up on me at the end. Gave me all the like it is kind of a clunky deck. Like you can see your cards in the wrong order and it kind of sucks. By drawing all the energies there. Yeah, and all the energies there in final, or not finals, but to win it in, and just facing Cloth twice was not what I signed up for. You're not facing a single Zard or Guardy, like two of our better matchups is kind of crazy, but beating two Peony Miraidons. Oh wow. That hurts. But like also this person lost to both people who were 6-0, so I didn't really like expect it. I was just kind of hopeful since like all my opponents won that last round that like maybe. And it was close. If I was 8th, then I would be up against Fusion, which would have been a pretty difficult matchup because I don't have any techs for it. But dang. Couldn't quite run it back with the Arc Regidrago. I still really like this deck right now, and I guess it's gone. the tournament page is gone. I still really like this deck right now. I feel like it's remains underrated, but yeah, just didn't. Yeah, couldn't scam the Giratina. It looked good there at the beginning, like with the turn 2 Nova path or Nova plus Judge. Just couldn't really follow it up after that turn. He probably made a wrong decision off that Starbirth. But it's just how it goes. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. I'm probably gonna. I don't know if there's any tournaments tomorrow to stream. I might do Cinnabar tomorrow, or I might try to make a long form video. I'll see how what I'm feeling. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Arceus Regidrago is pretty good. I want to keep just playing this deck because it is so fun and I feel like it's pretty good right now. But might try running it back tomorrow. Join the Discord link below. Like, sub if you haven't, and I will see you again real soon.